Oh my god, it's 3:51. That's what I get for sleeping in the afternoon. Let's see. What should I focus on today? What kind of reading do I want to have today? Hi, Samuel. What time is it for you right now? Oh, wait. Oh, cool. Usually it's like muted, and I'm like, oh, oops. Not this time. It's been okay. It's been okay. The room is a mess right now behind me, so let's not get into that. But that's pretty much the only overwhelming thing happening in life right now, so that's why I said that first. Other than that, everything, I can't complain. How are you guys? He said it's nearly 12 p.m. It's like 3:51 a.m. for me. Oh, do you love it? Sweet. What is it called? Let us know. Let's do this. Let's figure it out. Let's find out. Because I'm definitely going to subscribe, like, right away. Of course. What's going on? Let's see, what do we need to focus on today to bring more positivity and light to this session? To bring more connection with each other tonight, today, this morning? How can I connect to these people? These beautiful people. Okay. Oh. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. See? Connection. So basically, it's telling me the way to connect with you guys best right now is to be, like, very much about you guys, like, basically trying to be a comforting, supportive energy and source, like a person, supportive person to you guys, and just give you guys that, like, ear or shoulder, just hear you out and to be there for you and try to connect, and that's the best way to connect. It's kind of like no shit, but I mean, it's a good reminder to, like, focus on how you guys are feeling and shit. So let's do it. Aqua Princess Tarot. So Aqua Princess Tarot, you guys in the chat, you can see right there, Aqua Princess Tarot is Loveth Oak's new tarot channel, so check it out, you guys. I'm definitely going to, like, right away. Actually, let me write that down so I don't forget, because I probably will, because I'm forgetful. Not because I don't care about you, but just because I'm forgetful. Aqua Princess Tarot. Right on, thanks for letting me know about that. Yeah, of course you can. So let me get some of these names down. I'm going to pick at random. We may not have a lot right now. I mean, it's like almost 4 in the morning for me, so I feel like there's not many people on, but who, you guys, it's kind of later, or in the day, so who knows. But as of now, I think I'm going to pick randomly, for the free, just, readings. So I'm going to put everyone's name down for those. And if we get any donations, then obviously you guys will be going with them, immediately first. But for now, Loveth. Ben Merzog. I don't know how to say that, but Ben Merzog or Zog or Zaug. You're gonna have to let me know what that is, what that name is. No, stay a while, Loveth. Girl. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you got shit to do, please don't let me stop you. Please don't let me stop you, but stay a while if you can, if you want to. If you got nothing else to do, or if you just, I want to give you a reading. Let's do it. I don't understand that at all. Like, people come on. I guess I've done that before, but usually don't, Usually I don't. I'll be like, all right, what's up? What's up with my life? Hi, Lynn. Okay, so let's see now. I'm just gonna put your name down too, Lynn. So, okay, all right. Okay, since we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's do something fun. How about that? I kind of want to do like a raffle type thing. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be good fun. Or no. I kind of want to get you guys involved in it though. Okay, you guys pick a card. Everybody pick a card out of the deck, out of the tarot. Like if you know, do you know what the tarot cards are? Here, actually, how about you just pick a major arcana? I'll get them out. I'll show you. Just in case you don't know. I'm just doing the ones that, not like the magician and everything, but just the ones that represent a zodiac sign. So 12 of them. Since we only have 5, I mean, that shouldn't be too crazy. Okay, fourth again. Okay. So you guys. Major arcana, but it's the ones that represent a zodiac sign. So let me show you what they are, just in case you don't know. We'll go Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Okay. So we have Aries, the Emperor, Taurus, the Hierophant, Gemini, the Lovers, Cancer, the Chariot, Leo, I almost said the Lion, Strength, Virgo, the Hermit, I think that's so funny, Libra, Justice, Scorpio, Death, Sagittarius, Temperance, Capricorn, the Devil, Aquarius, the Star, and Pisces, the Moon. Okay, so you guys pick one. We have another person here. Hi, Disha. So I'll add you as well. We have 6 people, 12 signs, 12 cards. So everybody pick one card. It doesn't matter if it's your sign or not. Just pick one and like let me know what it is, so that and then I'll shuffle and then we'll pick one and see who gets it. So everyone like just pick one and put it out. But only the major arcana, only the ones with oh, Disha, okay. So yes, Disha, I will do that for you really quick, of course. And I think, okay, we'll do this in a second then. Okay, let me see this. So, Leanne said she's in Quailwood, but, I don't know if you want to, like, I'll let you know if she says she's here. But, as of right now, she's not here right now, but, I'll let you know in a second, but just, if you're okay with that. Okay, did you pick, yeah, okay, you picked You didn't pick send to a friend, did ya, Disha? Oh wait, I don't think... Maybe you can't send to a friend. I don't know if you're in India if you can do that. You may not be able to do that, but okay, let's see. Did you... I don't think you wrote your question in there, right? Can you tell me what your questions are? And then I'll definitely get those started for you. Okay? And so you guys hold this thought. We'll do this in a second. Right. Yeah, that's okay. So just post your questions. Yeah, I don't think you did yet. Yeah, go ahead and post your questions, and I'll definitely get that started for you. What are MA's current feelings and possibly next actions toward me? So I think you've asked this before, and just because you do ask that often, I don't want to keep like beating a dead horse and asking the same question, just because it's not good to do that. I mean, it's like you're not gonna, I mean, unless something significant has changed. So if you don't mind, can we look at it and say, what do we need to know about this person? Like, has anything changed in regards to their feelings toward me, you? And like, you know, basically what's the next change we're gonna see, or what's the next kind of you know, what's the next event, I guess, that we're gonna see from the person towards you. Okay. What's the next action we're gonna see? Oh, okay, well, yeah, because it's like you're stuck in this rut of how you feel for the person. It seems like not much is changing, and because of that, it just feels very difficult to keep doing it in this way. I mean, it feels like you're stuck in this situation that you feel for them, but it's like, it doesn't feel good, you know, because it feels like, well, like your heart's being torn apart, like you're not getting kind of what you want out of it, or what you feel, you know, would be best, or, you know, however you're feeling about them. I'm guessing you feel like you love them or have very strong feelings, and it just isn't being reciprocated in the way that you'd want, or that the way that you're willing to give, I guess I could, you know, say that, if I could say that. It just feels like, you know, it's something that isn't changing, and it feels like you can't, like, change it, and you can't stop feeling like that. But you can, you know, you just don't, I mean, you just don't want to right now, I guess, you know? It feels like you're stuck, but really, you can walk away at any time. You just, it doesn't, you don't, I don't think you mean to do this, it's just that you don't know that you can change it. You'll get to a point where you are feeling miserable enough that you'll just want to change it, you know? You'll be like, alright, fuck this, you know? So, I mean, but it seems like right now, or the next action that we see is basically you just feeling tired of this, you know, but feeling like you have no control over it, and feeling like there's not much you can do to change this, the way you feel and the way that they feel about you, you know. Let's see what else what's this, some advice for her? Okay, so yeah, there's some trouble because of this, or some tension, maybe with you and them, or maybe with some other people as well, you know, because there's more than one person here that we're seeing, like, fighting, bickering, kind of about dumb shit. I mean, it's nothing serious, but it's just, it's not a good feeling to have all that negativity, and it's kind of a cycle, you know, nothing really is changing, and in fact, as it goes on this and continues around and around and around in this cycle, it's kind of getting worse, like, in the way you feel, the way other people are feeling, and maybe the way they feel. It's just kind of becoming drama, you know, drama, and there's tension with a lot of people. It's definitely very negative for the situation in general. It just seems negative. 2 months, okay. Hi, Space Vibes, what's going on? I'm just doing a donation reading, and then after that we're gonna pick a card, shuffle and see whose card comes out for the next reading, okay? So stick around, and I'll explain that again really quick in a second. So also we do have Leo here. It may not be Leo, though. It could be just talking about strength, you know, you having strength and having to be strong through this, because it's a very difficult situation. I mean, you know, heartbreak, hurt, pain, you know, in the heart is just not fun for anybody. So basically that's kind of what you're going through, you know, it's difficult. And especially with the whole thing here saying, like, you feel like you can't change it, or you can't, like, you're stuck. You feel stuck. That whole thing is not a good feeling, you know, but that's the thing. That's what I like about the Eight of Swords. It's like she can walk away at any time. You see her ankles. They're not tied or anything. She can just walk away, but because of that blindfold, she really doesn't know that. She doesn't understand that. She doesn't feel that. She feels pretty fucking stuck, you know? But you can choose to walk away from this at any time. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear. You're like, I just want to hear that, you know, I'm going to get what I want out of this, but, you know, I'm just going to tell you what I see here. I think you can do a lot better, you know, dare I say. But you're not happy, and so going on and continuing on in the same way is, you know, it's hard to see that there's going to be a change when they're, you know, the way it's going. It's getting worse. So, but sweet. There is luck is on your side, okay? But remember, this is after strength comes out. So you're going to have to make some heavy-duty changes, girl. You're going to have to basically be strong, buck up, do what you need to do for yourself, you know? I know we hear that all the time, but it's like the Wheel of Fortune comes out after strength. And so to me, it's kind of telling you, we're telling, you know, you in this situation, be strong and do something different. Go into the uncomfortable realm of this situation, you know, do something else that is not what you've been doing in regards to this, and see where that takes you, because it could be a so much better path. I'm not saying, like, give it all up tomorrow and just be, like, done with it, because that's kind of unrealistic, but I mean, like, you could do that, but just try to focus on other things that bring you joy instead of something that you know isn't happening or working the way you'd like, or isn't giving you what you put out or what you'd want in return, you know, just something that's making you basically miserable. You gotta do something else. You gotta start focusing on you instead of this person, you know. And luck will be on your side. Like, good things are gonna be coming to you because of that. So basically, you know, you're working very hard, I feel like. Like, you're working very hard, not just, like, work, but, like, you're putting in a lot of effort and a lot of energy into things. But you need to start putting more energy into self-love, self-care. I know it's cliche, blah, 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 but it's so fucking true. Like, this cup here is filled. It's overflowing, actually. It's overflowing. And that's because it's self-love. It's you know, it's endless. You know, you can keep going and going and going. It's not going to be like you're conceited too much. No, love, true love for yourself is limitless. So that's what that's saying. You know, basically give it to yourself. Focus, put more effort and energy into yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a way that, you know, do things that are actually going to make you happy, because it is a choice to be miserable. I'm not saying that in a fucked up way. We don't think of it like that. It's unconscious, but it's a choice. Still, it's a choice. You know, once you understand that, like, you feel miserable and that is because you are choosing to feel miserable. Like, I don't want to feel miserable. What are you talking about? That's not true. Okay, then just stop. It's like, how? Well, just stop thinking all these thoughts that are telling you, I'm miserable, I'm so sad, I'm so depressed, I'm so this, so that. Start just thinking about happy things. It's literally that simple. Because you're choosing to feel this way. I know that sounds fucked up and it sounds like I'm being dismissive or insensitive, but it really is a choice. Like, and that's, you can continue feeling like the way you feel, or you can not. And it's your choice. Or you can wait for something in life to happen to change that, but then life's in control and you're not in control anymore, so that sucks. Just make it happen for yourself. Hi, fantasy lover. Space vibes. Okay, yeah, we'll see you next time for sure. Bye. Have a good one. Okay, so the next question, Disha. Blue, hey, what's up? I haven't seen you guys in so long, I feel like forever. I feel like there was somebody else that came. Fantasy lover, okay. So I'll add you guys to the list too. space vibes. Okay, so Lynn, Disha, blue, space vibes, fantasy. Okay. Totally get it, Disha. I totally get it. I totally get it. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not trying to call you out or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, if that is the case, then... But I'm glad you're not feeling miserable. That's good. It's a good place to be, is not miserable, you know? So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that, because, yeah. But it's just, I get it, you know? Sometimes you're just curious. We all get like that, you know? One day you won't be, though, at all. You know? You'll be like, fuck that person. Not like, fuck, that's so negative. Not fuck that person, but just like, Like, maybe you'll think of it and be like, oh, yeah. Anyway, you know? Like, it won't be like, hey, I have to ask about them. Okay, hope they're doing well. Anyway. Okay, so what are Nikhil's? Nikhil? Don't know, but you know, that person. What are their feelings and true intentions towards you? Let's see. Currently. Commitment for sure. I say that because, first of all, over here, I dropped a few cards. 1, 4 of Pentacles. 2, 10 of Pentacles. So this year is already talking about somebody who's trying to hold it down. They're trying to, you know, if they have an income, they any money that they earn, they try to hold on to. They're not like a frivolous spender. They're not like just spending on anything. They're like trying to save up and trying to build a foundation, you know, a safe, secure foundation. Like something that is reliable and dependable and, you know, safe and secure. So basically like a home, you know, like a household, like a home, you know, or a car, maybe saving up for something big that makes them feel more secure and safe in life. And, you know, just a responsible thing that helps them feel secure. Whatever that is, could be anything, but it's definitely like a material thing. We have Pentacles here, so. But it seems like there's success in that. Like they want commitment. I mean, they want security. And that could be anything. Like, that could be, like, money. And that could be... And especially with this, it's kind of, to me, seeming like money just because it's, like, more talking about holding on to that money. Holding on to that pentacle. So they're definitely focused on that. And then we have the Hierophant, which is, you know, goes along lovely. Just lovely with those two cards because, first of all, it could be a Taurus person. Could be. But more so, I feel like it's kind of talking about... It's touching on the whole, security thing and like commitment and just responsibility and something kind of like what society would expect. Like, so I feel like something committed, like what people are gonna look at is like the what it should be, you know, like relationship. So sometimes that kind of could be like not exactly what they want but what they feel is supposed to be. So just be careful with that. Like if you feel them being kind of like fake or something, that might be, you know, like they might not be so able to just be themselves or, you know, letting loose. It could just be like when you're in public, like we gotta kind of be a certain way. We have to be picture perfect, you know, what everyone expects of us or what's acceptable. So it could be that too. But they definitely want something that's like stable, secure. They have money, you know, they're trying to like build and be responsible, you know. And they're willing to work hard, you know, it takes a long time to build that up, but, you know, and it could be like kind of, you guys might, well, hang on one second. Let me make sure that's saying that. Ooh, 2 kings here. So there could be more than one person involved in this. And then we have Cancer. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to make a decision at some point. See here, I'm seeing... It could be that you guys take a break. Thanks. It could be that you guys take a break, like, somewhere down the line. Like, somewhere along the line. You can come in. Okay. Just put them, like, right there or something. Thank you. Sorry. So, if, you know, along the way, I just kind of feel like the first thing I got was that, you know, there would be kind of like a break at some point, but I don't know if, like, at first I was like, I don't know, maybe that's not what that's saying. That's why I was like, hang on, let me just make sure. But now that there's these other people involved, and it's saying the Three of Cups as well, I kind of feel like that's what it's saying, is that you, yourself, might have a choice to make down the line. There's two very different energies here. One of them is fire, one of them is earth. And so what we're seeing with that is someone very focused on money with earth. You know, not that earth is always like that, but that's the King of Pentacles. It's basically somebody very focused on money, things, material items. Like, that's a big important thing for them, like huge. Like, that's one of, you can't go without. Like, I have nice stuff, and that's basically like what I'm about, you know, one of the things. Also maybe having a good job, like, but definitely like flashy things, not like fire sign flashy, like they don't have to show it off. It's going to be more discreet. It's going to be more like subtle or like toned down. It's not like flashy, but it's like, I have nice shit, like I have money, you know, like I have nice stuff, like name brand stuff. And then fire more would be kind of like loud about it, you know, like kind of like, yeah, like bright colors maybe, or just like talking, bragging, you know. Earth is kind of more like laid back and kind of like people would know, but it's just because they have nice stuff, but they're not showing everybody and flashing it. So there's like a loud and a quiet. It's kind of way different energies. One is like risk taker, like willing to have a good time, willing to have fun and just go out there and do something new, and you know, just like live life, woo, you know. The other is like, you know, worried more about things, like I need to be at work on time, I need to fucking focus on this, I have something I'm trying to accomplish right now. Like, you can ask them those things and they'll be like, yeah, I have a project I'm working on and trying to reach a goal right now, you know. And fire's like, let's just go, you know, and let's just do it. Like, what are we doing sitting here, you know, like, let's just go outside. And earth's like, I have work to do. Like, not that earth can't have fun, but it's just two different, completely different, like, ways of life. And we have this Three of Cups, so it's like maybe you guys are all friends or something, I mean, at one point, or maybe afterwards, maybe nothing crazy comes out of this, and it kind of, like, works itself out. Because I feel like right before this, there's gonna be some kind of, like, break, or some kind of, like, and it's not like a break, like an ending. It's like a... Because Four of Swords is usually a break, so it's not over yet. It's not permanent. It's like you guys will at some point communicate about it, or maybe even make up. I mean, it just depends on whatever the situation, you know, how it happens, and you what you decide to do. But the reason I also say at one point you're going to have to make a decision between them is because this, even more so, you know, making a decision between these two sphinxes. So it's like, which way are you going to go? You're going to have to choose one of the ways. You can't just go both ways. It's going to be two different, completely different ways. So he's having to choose which way is going to lead him in the right direction. And that's probably you having to choose that. So you're going to have to move forward at some point. It can't always be, you know, you're going to have to make that decision at some point. So tell me what that's going to be like. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Obviously, it's going to be kind of rough. And it's going to seem like you are the only one. I mean, as of right now, you can change all of this because we do have free will, don't forget. So, you know, you can just decide, screw it, I'm not going to date anybody for the next 10 years. And obviously, this would be a little bit different. But as of right now, with the situation, it seems like it's going to be difficult. It's going to be like you're feeling like you're putting in a lot of effort and like you're not getting it in return. So you may decide to go with neither of them. It's funny because that's kind of what I was thinking when I was looking at this before. I was kind of like, what if you just decide to go in neither direction, just go forward in your own direction? And it's funny because now that's kind of what it's saying again, like in a way, like it could be that. But, you know, you might choose, but it's just going to be difficult to do that. It's going to feel like it's not you're not going to know, like, if this is the right decision. You're going to be, like, really stressing on it and feeling like you're putting in so much energy and work into it, and you have no idea where it's going. Very uncomfortable, very hard to do that. That's why I say you might just give up and say, I'm not going to do it at all. It's up to you, though, obviously. And, yeah. I feel like right now you're thinking about a lot of different things, and you're like, I kind of already know what I'm going to do. And whatever you're thinking about, like, intuitively right now, what you're feeling, like, who the person might be, or, like, what the situation might be, I feel like that could be accurate, because the High Priestess is kind of like my card to show when the person I'm reading for kind of knows what's happened. Like, and the High Priestess is not, like, I know, it's like you don't know, but whatever you kind of intuitively feel, I feel like you're probably spot on, because you know yourself better than anyone else. But also because the High Priestess kind of knows things intuitively without being told, so that's why I say that. You said, oh, not again. Yes, yeah, because I feel like that person, Nikhil, that we were asking about in the beginning, wants, you know, some kind of commitment. The only thing about it is that it's kind of for others to see, in a way, you know, it's kind of like, they're not exactly focused on, like, how they feel or how you feel. Not that they're not at all, but it's just they're constantly thinking about, like, if it's perfect enough for people to accept. Like, it's almost like they won't be accepted if they're not a certain way. If they don't have a certain job or enough income, or if they're not, like, opening your door. Like, not that they don't care about that stuff anyway, but it's just, like, they're thinking a lot about what other people think. They're thinking a lot about, and you would know that when you're out in public. If they're like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, or, like, we gotta, then it's like, okay, why do you care? You know, you're gonna constantly be like, why do you care what people think? Unless you're that way too, that might work out, but if that's something that annoys you, then, you know, it might be annoying. But, like, you would know if somebody's like that, because they're constantly, like, not really focused on shit that matters, you know? Like, we have to look perfect, we have to be perfect, we have to be like this. No, they can't know that about us. They have to think this, and, you know? So it's just kind of like, you'd know if they're like that or not. So you might notice that with them. So you got a little situation on your hands, don't you? You'll be alright. Remember that strength card too, you know? Justice. It's gotta balance out at some point. You gotta choose some path at some point. That's why I said you might just say fuck it and give up and just go your own way, because this is a confusing situation. You don't want to really have to do all that. It may take some time. That could be what that Seven of Pentacles was there for too, because it's like, this is going to take a long time for this to all even out, but it will, and once it does, it'll, you know, it'll be evened out, and that'll be that, but it may take a long road to get there. Yeah, wow. Alright. Okay. Okay, Crislin, I don't know. But okay, we have 10. So, for the people that are here now, we will do this little thing that I was talking about before to choose the next person getting a reading. I was just doing a donation reading, so I had to take care of that first. And thank you, Disha. Thank you for your donations, and I hope that answered your questions for you a little bit. You know, I hope you understood what I was saying there. Let me know how you feel about those, okay? And for the rest of you, to choose the next reader, I kind of want to do something fun. So those of you that don't know the cards, I want to, you know, show you really quick the major arcana, but just the ones that represent a zodiac sign. So this is Aries, the Emperor. Aries, the Emperor. Taurus, the Hierophant. Gemini, the Lovers. And we'll be picking, everybody will be picking one of these, okay? Cancer, the Chariot. Leo, Strength. Virgo, the Hermit. Libra, Justice. Scorpio, Death. Sagittarius, Temperance. Capricorn, the Devil, Aquarius, the Star, and Pisces, the Moon. Okay, the Moon, Pisces. So everybody pick one card, only one for each person. So everyone, like, once you decide which one you want to choose, just type it in so that everyone knows, okay, I can't choose that one now. So, you know, only one each person, okay? So you guys decide that, who's gonna get what. Whoever says it first, that's, you get it. You get that sign, okay? Okay? So, Chryslin, please tell me how to pronounce that, it's gonna bug me. Okay, so we got Libra and Aquarius already knocked off. Chryslin, which one's correct? Hi, Jasmine. So Jasmine, the way we're doing things right now to pick the next person to get a reading is we're choosing one of the zodiac signs that represent, you know, one of the cards that represent one of the zodiac signs. So we already have the Star and Libra. I mean, the Star and Justice. So those are not available. Yeah, those are not available. But you can choose and just choose one for each person. It's going to be between Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. So choose one of those, and we'll wait for everyone to get one, and then I'll shuffle, and we'll see whose comes out, okay? Scorpio, okay, Death. There may not be everybody here still, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer, but then we're going to just move on. I'll wait a little bit longer, though, for everybody to get a sign in. Everybody say a sign that you want. I mean, we're doing the cards. If you know the cards, that's fine. I'm not going to go through them all again, but just name a sign that you want to be representing, and then we'll shuffle and we'll see whose comes out. Okay? Can you guys hear that? Victor. You want to lay down? You're snoring. Okay. Like I said, it's like 4 in the morning. Oh, it's 4:30 in the morning. So. But I slept yesterday afternoon in the daytime, so I'm just up a little bit. Shouldn't do that because then kind of creates a cycle. But okay. So those of you that are here, whoever's here and wants a reading still, just shout it out, say something into the chat so I know who I'm talking to. Okay. Me. Okay, so I got your guys' cards already, so let's just do it between your guys' then. Did we get Death out already? Okay, so since we have you guys here, I'm gonna do it between your 3 cards. Well, okay, Michael, since you're here with us, go ahead and pick a card. It's between Temperance, which would be for Sag, Capricorn, which would be the Devil, Pisces, the Moon, Aries, the Emperor, Taurus, the Hierophant, Gemini, the Lovers, Cancer, the Chariot, Leo, Strength, and Virgo, the Hermit. So go ahead and choose one of those cards. Any of them will do, doesn't matter. It's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. Just choose whichever card you want to represent. And then we'll shuffle. So you can't really see it. There you go. You said the Devil. Okay, perfect. Okay. So ready? I might have to have somebody else help me and choose. You guys think of your questions, okay? Just think really hard about which question you want to ask. And see who needs the question answered the most. Which do they want to connect with right now? Okay. Death. Okay, Scorpio. So this is for Jasmine. Perfect. New person. Nice. Not that returning subscribers are no good or anything, but yeah, so Rosanna, go ahead and right now I just picked Jasmine, but go ahead and pick a card between the signs. I don't know if you're familiar with any of the cards, but right now we have Death, Libra. Okay. So what we're doing is the cards representative of the signs, okay? We have already chosen Death. Well, I'll just tell you the signs. We already have chosen Scorpio, Libra, Capricorn, and Aquarius. So Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Aries, what else do we have? Pisces, and Sag. Those are open. So go ahead and pick one of those cards. You said Taurus. Perfect. So, and then just sit tight, and when I shuffle again, you'll be part of that. Who is it? Rosanna. Okay, so Jasmine, what's your question? Go ahead and ask. Just, you know, let me know what it is, type it out, and whenever you do that, I will start your reading, okay? Yeah, of course. Of course. Thanks for coming. What changes are coming for me in this month of September 2021? I'm Scorpio, 11/11. Thank you. Oh, cool. My boyfriend's mom's birthday is 11/11. Okay. Got a fellow Scorpio. Let's see. Well, I'm not a Scorpio, but my mother-in-law is a Scorpio. Well, I guess I'm partly because it's my rising, but do you guys know what your rising signs are? Or your moon or anything? Your Venus? Let me know what those are. Very interested in knowing your guys' placements. Nice. Okay, so you said what changes are coming for me. Alright. Let's look at this. What changes are coming for Jasmine in September 2021? This month, what changes are coming for Jasmine? She's born 11/11. Wants to know what changes are coming for her this month. If we need, what do we need to know? What's being highlighted for her? Oh, I love it. Perfect. Your birthday. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, not your birthday month. But freedom, it is independence, it's doing something new and different. Like, no one can stop you this month at all. Like, Queen of Wands is like, she gets shit done, she does what she wants to do, and she's very determined to reach a goal. Like, whatever that is, I mean, you're gonna be getting shit done and no one can stand in your way, because it's not about, like, it's the energy of, like, somebody, it's not like, oh, you know, let's go do this. You're like, I'm already doing it, and if you want to, like, come along, that's fine, but, like, if you don't, then, like, we're not even having this conversation, I'm already gone. You see me doing what I'm wanting to do. Like, no one is even touching your determination. Like, you're able to just get it done, you don't care what people think, and you're just going for it. And with the Fool here, it's even better, because it's like you're just jumping into something new. You just want to do something fun, exciting, different, adventurous. I mean, you're just not giving it this month, and you're having a good time. And it's like, you don't care what people think. Like, no one can stop you, which is a very good energy. You know, of course it can probably get out of control, but I don't see it like that. I see it as very positive. You know, you're just like owning it, and no one can stop you from that. Those of you that have just joined now, just sit tight and pick a card, you guys, because I'm going to be shuffling and we'll be doing the next reading. So pick a card, or pick a sign. Just pick a sign, and I'll fill it in with what card that is, okay? A zodiac sign. So let's see. Okay, anything else coming out for Jasmine here? Anything we need to know about? Any changes? So this is a change for you, huh? It sounds like a really fun change, like you're just going for it, and it's really fun, you enjoy it. It's not just like, yeah, you gotta make it happen, you gotta believe it's gonna happen, and then, you know, it's kind of cool that it's saying to do something new and different, because, you know, if you do the same thing, it's gonna be the same result, you know. You're just waiting for life to have an exciting thing happen to you, but that means life's in control, not you in control of your life. Am I buffering? Am I buffering? Or is it reconnected now? Let me know if it's buffering. That happens sometimes and it sucks. Am I on? Am I good? Let me know if it's buffering still. Okay. So. Wow. So you're going to be very passionate about something, but you may not, it could be short-lived. It could be a new person. It could be, you know, just something that you're very passionate about. It doesn't have to be a person, but it definitely could be. But if it is, I feel like it's going to be a short-lived, very short-lived relationship, but very much filled with passion. It's just with the Knight of Wands, it's something that you're like coming in, you know, he's coming in with like in full force. He's just completely like on fire, passionate about this thing. Like he's for it, like the person you want to go to about this, you know, like he's that person. He's all about it. But then he kind of gets over it. He just gets bored so easily, and it's like then he's gone. He's, you know, he comes in quick and he leaves just as quick. So it's passionate, but it's just short-lived. You know, it's something that it's non-committal energy. It's energy of I'm gonna get over it really quick, but it's fucking awesome, but it's, you know, like that for a very short time, and then I'm kind of like on to the next thing. So that's you with this month. So there could be something that's you're very passionate about, but then it's kind of just like gets old quick, and you move on. Yeah, it could be somebody, you know, that you're very connected to, somebody that you really, like I said, you know, passion can feel very connected, like you guys just have this chemistry, right? And it probably seems like for that time, you guys are like clicking so well, like everything is just, you have the same values, likes, dislikes, wants, needs. I mean, not exact, of course, but it just feels like you guys see each other eye to eye. It's very connected. There's not many arguments. I mean, things are just like, this is, you know, the person for me. But it could be a short-lived thing. So, just, you know, try not to get too, just look before you jump. Even though with the Fool here, it's kind of like you're not doing that at all. No, you're not. People might tell you, oh, you shouldn't do this, but because of the Queen of Wands, you're like, yes, I am. I'm doing it. So just be careful, because, you know, it seems like you're the one that is kind of getting over it, though. Instead of someone getting over you, it's kind of like you getting over it. So, you know, hopefully you're not breaking hearts, but hopefully your heart's not getting broken either. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. That's what I can say for sure. And again, it might not be a person, but I do feel like it is, just because, you know, it's the Two of Cups, which is like a connection. It could be a connection with yourself. I mean, if that's a change you've needed, or a change that would sound like a big change for you, unless you feel like that's already how you are. But hi, if you feel like that would be like a big change for you, then maybe it is with yourself, you know. Give me a card representing whether or not it's herself or a new person coming in. New person, old person, like who's this person? What is this connection about? Okay. So it's like it's taken a long ass time for you to get to this point, but once you're there, well, once you're there, then you have to make a decision. But once you make that decision, like it's like you've been in a lot of indecision, I feel like, for a long time, like trying to figure out what way to go, what to do, you know, exactly. Like, I'm not really sure which path I want to go on. Like, you've had a lot of different options and you just haven't chosen. So you've been doing the same thing, and now that's why you're asking about changes. And now this change is happening. You're getting this confidence. You're getting this like assured, you know, self-assured kind of energy. Like, you know what you want to do, you know what you need to do, and you're doing it. So now it's kind of like nothing can stop you. It's taken a while to get to this point, though, but I'm glad you're there. I'm sure you are, too. I'm sure you've been feeling this coming on. You know, like, you probably already know exactly what I'm saying. Obviously, it's not hard to understand, but, so it's kind of like you've needed to be like this, and now you're like that, you know. But once you make that decision, once you make that path to just go for it and do what you need to do, it's like you have it, you know, you're good. So, I mean, that's coming this month. Shit. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Okay. So let's add heart. Okay. Harsh. Okay, harsh. Leela. Or Lila. So I've got all of you guys on the list here. So if you're new, down here at the bottom, I've got you. I have everyone that's had their name up here. I have you guys there. So don't worry about if you're on the list or not. You are. But I just need all of you to do one thing, and what that is pick a card. Pick a sign. Pick a sign, any sign. Just let me know in the chat which one you want to go with. And Leela. And we're going to shuffle the cards and see which one comes out for the next reading, okay? So once you decide what sign you want to go with and represent you, just go ahead and type it so I know which one it is, which cards to shuffle. Okay, so whoever's here and whoever wants a reading still, just pick a number, pick a sign, and let me know in the chat when you figure out what sign you want, okay? You okay? You wanna say hi? He's gonna throw up, I think. Oh. You okay, baby? Go ahead and pick a zodiac sign, Leela. And I don't know how to pronounce your guys' name, shit, but whoever's here, whoever wants a reading, pick a sign. Just name your sign and type it out when you decide which one it is. And then I will You don't have to do yours, but you can if you want to choose Pisces, okay? So the moon. Okay, whoever's here now, I don't know who exactly is here, but whoever is here right now, go ahead and say something into the chat so that I know you'd still like a reading, so I know who I'm talking to. And then I'll start shuffling if we have all of everybody's signs ready. So let me know if you're here and you still want a reading. Say something into the chat, whatever it is, just anything. Just go ahead and type something so I know that you are present. Okay. So blue, I have Justice. Leela, I have the Moon. Chryslin, or yeah, I'm not sure exactly. I want to ask about what you're confused about, the main question, the whole situation. Think about it hard. Okay. How interesting this keeps happening. Pisces. So that means that's for Leela. And you're a new person, I'm pretty sure, right? Am I still buffering? If I am, I don't know what to tell you. Because that happens sometimes. And I think that's because other people are live right now. So that's fine. I just, you know, may have to start again later. But let me know if it's still buffering. Let me know if it stops, actually. If you can hear this. Oh, and you guys that are here, there's a new channel that was created, so go and check out Aqua Princess Tarot. Aqua Princess Tarot, that's one of my friends, love it. She comes here and gets readings all the time, and she visits all the time, so love her and want to support her channel. So it's Aqua Princess Tarot. Go subscribe, go like her videos, go check her out. I know I did. I already subscribed, so go ahead and check her out. Spread that love, you guys. Everyone needs it, so let's be part of that positivity. Just do it. Just do it. You never know. You may love her, you know? I know I do. She's awesome. So go check her out, you guys. Aqua Princess Tarot. Aqua Princess Tarot, okay? Don't forget. Write it down. Write that shit down. Pisces. Okay. So we got Pisces. We got Lila. Are you here, Lila? Leela. Sorry, Leela. Let me know if Leela's still here and we'll get started, okay? She's like, yeah, I know you had it right. And then I do the other name. Oh, I have it right? Okay. So it's wrong. So it's Leela. It's Lila then, right? I'm just kidding. I know it's Leela. Okay. So, post your question. And for those of you that are just coming on right now, I see there's a few that came on right now. Pick a sign. Pick any of the zodiac signs. Just go ahead and type it whenever you find out what that is. And after this reading, I'll shuffle again. Then we'll pick again for the next reading, okay? So yeah, if you want a free reading, then go ahead and pick a sign and then let me know what that is in the chat. And it's one sign for each person. So whenever you decide what sign you want to represent, or what sign you want representing you for the next shuffle, then go ahead and type it. And you guys can see who gets the, you know, whoever says it first, that's their sign, they get it. So you're going to have to pick a different one if that's the one you wanted, okay? So just one sign each person. Go ahead and type in the chat which sign you want to represent you for the next shuffle, for the next free read. Okay. Lila, I need your... Leela! Fuck. Leela, I need your question. My bad, G. Okay. Can I get a love question? Okay, so just general love. Like, what are we looking at for love? If you have any specific question, if you don't, that's fine. But just let me know. General, and we'll go for that, okay? Leela. You want a love reading, so let's just go for it then. Leela wants to know anything that's going to happen in her love life right now that we don't already know, or that maybe we do know and want to happen, or don't want to happen. What do we need to know? What do we need to hear right now for Leela? Now I won't get it wrong. So Leela, what do we need to know about love for Leela? What does she need to know the most right now? What's most important right now for Leela? Someone that was, I'm not sure if it's exactly, it could be two things. It could be that this person was nice at one point and then they were really like harsh with you, or it could be that a harsh person is trying to give something to you and be nice now. So it's one or the other, but let's see. We'll get more into this, obviously. Let's see. Hi, Huma. Or Huma, or Yuma, or... You're gonna have to let me know how to pronounce that. But pick a sign and put it in the chat. Hi, I see that. I'm excited about that. Thanks for coming. So go ahead and anyone that wants a reading, just go ahead and post the sign. Type the sign in. When you find out what sign you want, any zodiac sign, just type it in the chat. And you'll be part of the next shuffle, okay? So, yeah. Could be somebody that you, we'll get more details on this, Leela. But basically it's somebody that either was kind of harsh with you before, kind of like a very toxic person, or just or you know, they were a very toxic person is going to want to be nice now, or it's somebody who was nice turned very toxic. So could have been like very unexpected because of how cool and like good the energy was before, and now it's not that way. So could be somewhat of like a shock, very uncomfortable, not fun to realize somebody is different than what they presented before. But let's see which one, or if we can get more on that. It's kind of like toxic, then they want to like switch it up real quick. Or it could be that they were toxic and now they want to switch it up and be nice to you for some reason. Or they're like showing kindness now, you know. So let's see more about the star. It could be an Aquarius person, or it could just be because hope, you know, hoping for the best and things actually change, or just hoping, you know, looking at the positive, looking at like the bright side. So they're just not trying to be all negative and fucked up anymore. I mean, just like, it's almost just like something, I don't know if it's, you know, they just had some kind of realization, or it's just something that's positive that they're just not trying to like literally why it's, you know, just, you know, for the sake of not being hateful anymore, not being just totally negative. Like, why am I even doing this? There's no real reason. I'm just hateful and it's not your fault, so why would I, you know? Does it ever really happen like that? But that's kind of what it seems to me like. It's just like, I mean, you know, why still be an angry, bitter person when you could just look and be more positive? So this person just kind of like doesn't see the need. I feel like obviously they were like negative before towards you, or they were just like a negative influence in your life, and now they're trying to change that. Probably not just focused on you, and probably just focused on like them changing in general. So you just see it, you know, it's taken a long time. I mean, it's kind of like it's been a long time that they've really been kind of like negative, and so it's kind of weird, you know. You maybe close it off to them right now, like not communicating with them, probably because they were such an asshole in the past. But it's like now it's just kind of weird that they're acting nice, like they want to give to you. It kind of feels almost fake, probably. Like you're like, what's up with this? Like, why are they doing this? Like, what's in it for? Like, what's the catch? See, they're trying to give you something. It could be somebody older than you, or a parent. You know, it could be like a role model, or like mentor, or like somebody that you kind of looked up to, or like had some kind of authority that you had to listen to. Maybe you didn't respect them, but maybe you did. I mean, it's just somebody kind of older that you looked up to in some way, or like had an influence on you. At one point was an authority figure, even if you didn't want that, usually it's not really a choice. Okay. Things are looking a little bit better with, money. Not to say that they were bad before, but it just looks like you are able to kind of take care of yourself, be self-sufficient, but also sharing with other people. So it's kind of like this, it's kind of like you've already been that way with this person's trying to be, trying to give. You've already been giving. But if you haven't been doing well with money, then obviously, it's going to be a little bit better now, or this month, or, whatever we're looking at with this. It could be that this person has more money now, and maybe that's why they're trying to be more giving. Maybe they're more, like, able to take care of themselves, so they're kind of, like, seeing life differently now. Maybe they just weren't really trying before. Maybe they had a hard time before getting stable. So now it's just like they're evening out. They're almost just becoming nicer, or just more, like, responsible and mature, and just not, like, as hateful and blaming everybody else for everything. They're not blaming you for everything. Maybe they really did some fucked up shit, so they're trying to come back now and, like, redeem themselves with you, or they just care what you think for some reason, or maybe they're giving to everybody, but it kind of seems like it's you that they're giving to. So, this could be a love situation, obviously. Maybe it's an ex. Because if you look at this, what this means is that a person who is, like, wanting to win at all costs. It could have been a person that was, like, almost a bully, almost like a very controlling and very, like, they want fear or respect. They really don't care which one. They'll, if you will notice them and you will look up to them, or listen to them, basically. So it's like a very controlling. It could have been an ex, because now we're seeing a person who's coming in and trying to give you something, offer you something. Somebody older than you, for sure. Could be a lot older than you. Or it could just be, older than you in general, but basically they have some kind of, like, you see how this person's like an adult giving to a child. So it's like giving to somebody younger, or maybe they look at you as, like, less than, but it seems like they're kind of coming out of whatever they were doing before. Maybe it is fake. You're not speaking with them right now, so I don't know if, maybe they're just hoping for the best in this, but you're not really communicating, you're kind of closed off. You're not giving or taking any offers. What this means is, like, somebody's trying to give you something. This cloud here is trying to offer you something, trying to offer you this cup. See how he's offering you that cup? So this cloud here, it's like you're getting offers. People are trying to offer you a cup, but you're not taking it. You're just being, like, very cut off, not trying to give or take anything from this person. So you're not really into it, it's kind of like, you did some fucked up shit, and I'm not about giving you another chance, you're not about it. Okay, let's see what else is going to happen here, like, what else we need to know. What do they need to know about the person? It kind of seems like you're already doing what you feel like is best in this situation, but, yeah, so it's probably good, on the track you're going, like, not communicating and not giving in to it, because when you look at it, too, it's kind of like, how does a person go from this bully to this, like, giving and kind and loving? Maybe you're used to this, and this has happened before, because with the world, it's kind of showing a cycle. It's like, as time keeps turning and as time goes on, it's just the same thing. You just keep coming back to the same shit. These are the 4 seasons in each corner. So it's the Star, Aquarius, Scorpio, the Phoenix, Taurus, the Bull, and Leo, the Lion here. So it's like every season going around the year, and it's just the same thing you're coming back to the same conclusion, the same shit, and you're like, no, I'm not going to fall for it this time, I'm not going to believe it. So this definitely feels like an ex person, or an ex-lover, an ex-crush, an ex-husband, I don't know, but somebody you were with previously who was not very nice, very controlling, a bully. Like, other people thought they were like that too. It wasn't just, I mean, I guess it could have just been towards you, but I mean, with this, it kind of shows that they didn't really give a fuck. Like, they were around people, and they did this. So they didn't really care, like, who saw. So they could have been this way around not just you, but a bunch of different, you know, whoever, everybody else. You know, these people cowering away. It's like they didn't hold back in front for anyone, you know? It's like they were just that way. So this could be an ex. That's love. And they're trying to come in and, like, give you gifts or give you their emotions, like, say I'm sorry, or, like, you know, I didn't mean it, I never wanted to hurt you, or something, like, about their emotions, you know, something emotional, but you're not having it. And that may be a good idea because of this, you know, it's kind of like it'd just be the same thing, you know? But it kind of seems like you already know that. You already feel like that. And that's why you're not giving it another chance or giving it the time of day. Oh. Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Alright, let's see. Well, let's see. Let's ask the romance angels. Romance angels. And then everyone who's here right now, if you'd like a reading still, go ahead and choose a sign, any zodiac sign, and type it in the chat for me so I can see who has which sign. One each person. Type it in the chat and then we'll do the shuffle and see who's the next reading, okay? So go ahead and choose the sign and type it in the chat for me, okay? We're about to do that next reading. Okay. Oh. Girl. Can you see that? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So, what do you think? I mean, pretty straightforward there. You know? Don't go for it. It's like if like, I don't know, like, I've definitely been in that situation, but it's like if so I know that it's not so, like, just, like, straightforward and clear, like, you're like, well, maybe they can change, but it's like, if they treated you so bad before, it's bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And it says deception. Those are 2 in a row right there. I can't make this up. I really can't. This, I feel like you already know that though. Like, if you even have to ask the question, like, are they just faking it? Like, it's like you already know that they do that, and that's not, like, they should not know how to do that. They should not ever be about doing that. You know, you're not gonna feel safe with them for sure. So you can try it, but it's like, is it worth all of that? You're gonna be stressed the fuck out the whole time, wondering what they're doing and if they're fucking you over. And if they're gonna fuck you over, it's just like, ugh, just get away from that. It's gonna waste your whole energy. But okay, so, Libra, Aries. Okay, Rupali, we already have, Aries and Libra chosen, so choose a different one, okay? Whoever's here right now, post your sign, so I know which one I'm gonna be shuffling for right now. If you want a reading and you're here right now, you have to post a sign, okay? So that I can see who's who. Because if not, I'm not gonna be able to add you. So I have to know what sign you want. Okay, everyone here, so just post your sign. Okay. Libra. Aries, Sun, Leo, Moon. Okay. I'm just going to, since I don't have my computer, I'm not going to be able to, like, cross it out and show everybody. I'm going to have to keep, so I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys do the same sign over. Like, It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out when we get to that point if that sign gets chosen. So, let's see. So, I'm just going to put the name down next to the sign. So, Rupali, I'm doing Libra. Mari, Capricorn. Lian, Capricorn. Oh, Rupali, okay. We already did this, so Leo. Okay. Aries. Taurus. Rosanna. Yes, so anyone who's here right now, just pick a zodiac sign, just type it out for me. Any zodiac sign, doesn't matter if it overlaps, I'm just gonna keep going with it. Aries, Gerard. So go ahead and just pick any zodiac sign, type it out for me, and I will add you to the list with your zodiac sign. And then we're gonna do a shuffle, okay? So I need a zodiac sign for you. Okay, Lian. Oh, okay, let's see. Lian. Okay. Yep, got it. Thank you, Lian. Is that how you say your name? Lian? Lian. I got a reading, a donation, so we're gonna go with her first. Thank you, by the way. So let me know your question so I can get that started for you right away. And whoever's here right now, go ahead and post your the sign you want me to put for you, and I'll put that sign down for you so that when I do shuffle for you, we can see if you get chosen, okay? So, Huma, Aries got you. I need Lydia's sign still. I still need Lydia's sign. Whoever's here and hasn't given me a sign, post it so I can put you on this list, okay? I may have to turn this light on. It's kind of getting dark for some reason. Hey, babe. Babe. Can you plug this in? Thank you.
Oh shit, did I knock that over?
Yeah, I'll make it. Good. Maybe we can be seen a little bit now. Sorry if that's like loud for you. Okay. Sorry about that. That's like really loud for you. I'm gonna mute you really quick so you don't have to hear all this. We're just gonna have to go with it. So my question is, how is my Leo feeling? Okay. How is your Leo feeling? Let's see. About you, right, is what you want to know. About you, or just How are they feeling in general? Are they sick? Are they healthy? Or how are they feeling about you? I'm guessing is what you're asking, right? So let's see. How is your Leo feeling about you, Lyanne? Lyanne, how's your Leo feeling about you? Oh goodness. Okay. So we have a situation here that's non-committal, basically, is what we're looking at. So a person, thank you, Spiritual Jada. I will definitely get to you right after this one, okay? Thank you so much. So just post your question and I'll be ready to do your reading right after this donation reading, okay? Right on. Definitely. Just post your question and I'll get to you right after this. So, yeah, it's, you know, with this person, it's like they look at it like they're getting bored or they're getting over it. Or maybe right now it's not in that stage. Right now it could be in the stage of, you know, they're very passionate about it. Like right now they could be feeling like they want to, you know, it's their everything. Like they just feel like it's so amazing and passionate. So they're into it, you know, at one point. Or maybe now they're at the stage where they're getting over it and you're kind of like confused because obviously it's like everything was so great before and now it's like dying off or dying down. You're hearing from them less. And so basically here you have somebody who's non-committal. But at first it was very much passionate. Like just very much like everything they always wanted to do all the time. So now you're getting, or maybe not yet, but the situation is a person who's basically like not going to be interested for very long. I mean, it's like, it's short-lived, but very passionate, very fun and exciting. Yeah, so I mean, it's not easy, it's not fun, it does not feel good. You're gonna have to do some healing here. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna hurt. Or you could be doing this to somebody else, obviously. It could be vice versa, you know, that's how they could feel about you. It could be an earth sign person. Or a person who has money. Maybe you left them for somebody who has money, maybe you're moving on to somebody who has money, or maybe that's what they're doing. You know, whoever this Knight of Wands is, it's a person who's non-committal, or at least in this situation. But usually with the Knight of Wands, it's just how they are all the time. Like, they're just non-committal energy in general. Because if they're non-committal, that's usually, like, through and through. Like, not just because of you, but because of that's how they are. So maybe this is just how you are if this is you. Or this is just how they are. Not because of you. But just because that's how they are. But yeah, so this whole thing happens, and then we see... This is Taurus energy here, the Hierophant. But, and then this is Earth energy with the King of Pentacles. It could be that you left this person and moved on to someone with more money or more, like, stuff, like, more, like a name brand, like, material item, like, just valuable things. Like, doesn't mean that they're very, like, deep, necessarily, like, or, like, very good people, or, like, it doesn't mean they're bad. But basically the whole idea is that it's a person that's like very focused on material items and money and stuff and things. So it could be saying that you left this person, like when you got over it, you kind of just like moved on and you went with somebody who was like more, maybe you consider like higher status, like has more money or has like a better job or something. But it definitely has something to do with money, you know? Something to do with money and items and stuff and buying new stuff, or like they just have nice things and you just look to them like they're worth more, maybe for some reason. I mean, you know, maybe that's how it is, or maybe that's just how they are. Maybe you don't look at it like they're worth more, but this person has more money, more stuff, and more things than the other person did. So you could be getting pretty spoiled right now. But I know you're asking how the Leo feels about you, so we can get back to that in a second. Because this is all coming out. I kind of want to let you know what it's saying. I know I'm kind of getting a little sidetracked, but I don't want to like not tell you what I'm seeing here. So the Tower is basically saying this is all going to come crashing down. You know, there's got to be a change in your life. Like, there's been changes trying to be made, you know? There's been changes that have been trying to take place and occur, but you resist them wholeheartedly. And so now the Tower is here saying, look, we gotta make some changes. damn it, you know, like, you're gonna make changes. Like, things are gonna be very uncomfortable. Things are not gonna be working out the way you expected or wanted or felt, you know, was right. Like, it's gonna be uncomfortable because things are not gonna be going the way you want or expected. And you're gonna have to make a change in many different areas of your life. So it could be that you have to move, and that's gonna change many things. It could be that you have to get a different job, and that's gonna change many things. I mean, there's just, things are gonna change, like, a lot of different ways in your life, and it could be like a whole transformation for you. Like, things are just gonna come crashing down so that they can rebuild. You know, this is what you've needed, and it's, quite frankly, what you've avoided, believe it or not, because along the way making little changes is good, but a lot of us don't like to do that because change is very uncomfortable, very inconvenient for us. You know, we like things to be the same if we like what it's been. But if we don't, then we want change, but we aren't always so, like, just ready to make those changes either way, you know? Sometimes we just stick there in that misery. So here it's basically saying, you know, changes, it's not going to be up to you this time. It's like, you needed to make this change, you didn't, and here we are, you know? Time to do it. And yeah, that's whether you want to do it or not, so just expect changes to happen. I always say with the Tower, just make sure that you are not resisting changes that come and want to take place and occur in your life right now. Just allow people to come and go as they please. Don't try to, like, put your hand in anything and control it. Like, just allow people to do what they do. Allow things to happen. If things try to come in and work their way in, just kind of go with it. You know, if you can, just go with it. Because it's going to be a lot harder if you don't. Change is uncomfortable enough. So just kind of allow things to happen. Just go with the flow. Don't try to resist anything, and don't try to, like, force anything. If it's not happening, it's not happening. Let it go for now. And if it's trying to happen really bad but you don't want it to, just try to, you know, release your resistance from that. Just let things happen. And it'll be a lot easier for you. So back to this Leo person. We got this fire here, you know. We got this King of Fire. Connection. Interesting. Maybe this is your determination to have a connection. So it's kind of like after everything goes to shit, you want connection. So you're like, okay, maybe I won't be non-committal anymore. Maybe I'll be more committal. Maybe I'll be wanting something serious, or I'll be more serious about relationships in general. Or because, you know, since we're doing this reading here together, just based off what you said that's you. I don't know if you meant that, you know, this is you, because of course you know your life better than I do. So I don't know if you meant this is you, this person, this non-committal person, or if, you know, that's your situation. So the person you were with was the non-committal one. But if this is you in the beginning who is non-committal, then I feel like that's going to change. Like, you're going to be determined to actually have a connection that's meaningful. Like, you want to be intimate with somebody. You want a connection, basically, you know? And this is after the Tower. So this is after a lot is changing. You know, this is a lot, like a big transformation in your life is happening. Many different things in your life are going to be different after the Tower. You know, after the sun comes back out, after the storm. So things are changing, and now you're like, I want a connection, you know, I actually do. So yeah. Looking at lovers here. Gemini. Could be a Gemini person, but more likely it's, you know, just talking about the whole idea of, like, having a lover. You know, this is about love. You want a connection, a love connection with another person. You want to be with another person. You don't want to just, like, not be close to people and get over it quickly and just be on to the next. You want something meaningful. So you're looking at the past and you're like, yeah, I had some regrets, you know, I'm having some regrets. Like, I did some things too quick, and I did some things without thinking, and I did some things, like, very, like, impulsively, like, without really thinking it through much, and just kind of going for it. And it was kind of like the fire I don't want to be. So here you are now as the King of Wands. And this is, when you think of the past, like, you want different in your love life now. So this is you kind of looking at the past and how everything has come up to the point you're at now. This guy is looking at everything he's created, his ships coming in, and didn't mean to flip you off there, but he's looking at his ships coming in, and he's just like, wow, like, thinking about how everything has come to be, how he's come to this point now. Like, a lot's happened to get to this point for him, for this guy in this card. So you're thinking about your past, you know, and how everything's come to this point you're at now after this Tower, and you're like, wow, I did some things pretty immaturely. and pretty impulsively, pretty without thinking, and it's like, I don't want to do that again. So we have King of Wands and Page of Wands. Old, young. Young energy, mature energy. Immature, mature. So you're from this to this now. And you're looking at love, and you're looking at relationships, and you're wanting an actual connection now. Instead of this, you want this. You're not going to run. You want to find that person to connect with. So maybe it will be this Leo person. Now, would you like me to ask about this Leo person individually? You want me to like hone in, since that was your original question? Or you feel like you're good with that? Let's ask it. Tell me about this Leo person for them. Tell me about this Leo person for them. What do we need to know about this next connection? Or actually, what do we just need to know about this Leo person? Is this person part of their transformation, the aftermath of their transformation in their life? Is this person there when the sun comes back out after the storm, when it's calm, when everything's back to normal for them? Again, Two of Cups. I'm going to switch decks really quick. Hi, if you are here and you haven't given me a sign yet, a zodiac sign, if you haven't typed one in the chat for me, go ahead and do that, so I can know what sign you want to represent you for the next shuffle. Okay, so let me switch decks really quick. Well, I mean, Spiritual Jada, you already get your question because it's a donation, but I'll put you down too, so maybe you can get another one afterwards. That'd be cool. Okay. So tell me about this Leo person. Tell me if they're here still after the storm. You still want a connection with them, obviously, right? What is this Leo person doing after this transformation happens for them? They're wanting something more serious, and they're wanting to connect. What does this Leo person have to do with that? Do they have anything to do with that experience of life for this person, for Lion? Is this Leo person involved after this transformation? After the storm, is this Leo person, what do they have to do with that part of their life? You tell us what they are. What's the situation? Okay. Interesting. So you're about to fall in love again with them. Their role is basically like, we have the Two of Cups here. So basically, this Leo person, right? We're looking at, we're looking at, you want connection again with them. And how are they doing? How are they feeling? Like, what's their role? What's their role in the situation after this whole Tower moment? And basically, we see, first of all, probably them wanting to like collaborate more with you, work together, like instead of working against each other or just being like bickering for no reason, or just kind of arguing for just because I'm just, I don't do that, just like more being like mature again with the, King of Wands. It's more mature. It's more like, okay, we can agree to disagree. I'm going to work with you this time. So it's like the give and the take, the evening of the scales. Like, I'll help you out when you need help, and you help me out when I need help. Like, obviously right now I have more to give and you need what I have, so I'm giving. And then that could be reversed as well, so we're kind of like, it's the give and the take more now. It's the more mature kind of like, we're in a relationship, so we're going to like help each other out. We're going to be there for each other and work together more. Like, I pick up what you slack on, or where I'm not as good at this, I'll need you to fill in, and you know what I mean. So, and this is kind of like, again, I feel like though with the world here, instead of saying it's like a cycle from the past, it kind of seems a bit different already with this. So what we're talking about here is a cycle from the past, or a cycle continuing, but it's more like we're going to be going in this direction. We're going to be continuing on to continue this, kind of connection. Like, we're going to try harder this time though. You know what I mean? Because the Knight of Cups is definitely offering you something, but it's going to be something different because the Fool, it's like, let's just go for it. Let's just do something different. Let's just do something new. Like, let's just fuck it off. Let's just go. Let's just do it. Let's just try it. You know, why not? Let's just do it. Like, not really giving a fuck, you know, but like actually giving a fuck. Because this is more like we're going to work together. So it's, you know, a cycle continuing only because we're going to try again, but we're going to do it, we're going to go for it in a way that's new to both of us, which would be working together harder on this and actually giving it a shot in a way that's more serious, like more committed, more serious, more, like this is a relationship that we're going to actually try and work on. And I love it because there's actually a chance. Look at this overflowing cup. It's kind of like you have every chance in the world to let this work for you guys. Like there's a lot of love there. There's a lot of like potential. Aces are opportunities, but you can miss opportunities. So don't miss the opportunity if you know, want this to happen. It's like you just have to be present. You have to be present there. You can't just like worry about things from the past. You can't worry about the future. You have to be right here, right now, and hopefully both of you guys are on that same page. It looks like it. It looks like you guys are. And I'm glad to be saying that. I don't really get readings that are that positive usually for love, but that seems like a really great thing. But again, it's up to you guys to do that. Like, you can definitely not do that and then it won't be the same. You know what I mean? Like, you have to actually put effort into it and actually work together as a couple, as a union. If you want this to be connected, you have to, like, kind of not be selfish, you know? So, yay. Yay. Looks like there's definitely potential for you guys. You have to go for it, though, you know? And with the Fool there, it's kind of like, this is something different. This is something new and exciting, and you're just going for it. You're not really thinking, you're not worrying, I should say. You're not worrying too much about, like, what you should and should not. You're just trying to, like, make this work for each other. Like, you just want it to work, so you're going to try to make it work, you know? But again, that's, you know, if you guys do that, like, you have to actually put effort out and try to do that, because it does take effort to do that, to work together, you know? Can't be selfish. It can't just be about you. It's got to be about each other and making it work. And if you have that as a goal, then you're good, you know? But if you start thinking about yourself and all your other personal needs and that this person isn't as important as your needs, then, I mean, within reason, like, obviously take care of yourself, but consider what you'd be giving up if you're being if you're just thinking of you. Be single if you just want to think of you, you know, basically. So work together on this, you know? It's going to be really important. Yeah, no, I'm surprised too, because usually I don't get readings that are like so like, oh, it's gonna get better, you know? It's like always like, oh yeah, leave this person the fuck alone, like, do not go in that direction. But like I said, the reason I'm kind of stressing that it's an opportunity is because I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It really is up to you to make it happen, like, and them, obviously, both of you, to make it happen. Like, you can, if you do the same thing you did in the past, it's gonna not work, you know? It'll be the same thing as it was in the past, obviously. That's why I'm stressing, like, focus on each other and as a goal instead of, like, your own needs, because that's how you just, you know, continue on that cycle that you did before that you don't want, you know? It's got to be effort into this together. So it really is up to you guys both, but there's definitely the opportunity to make that happen and the potential because of that Ace of Cups overflowing with love, with support, care, emotion. So you just have to tap into that, you know? Just be about it. You have to, you know, it does take your effort, free will. You have free will. Okay, spiritual data. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, what's coming in love for me? Thank you, by the way, for your donation. Oh yeah, whoever is here right now, can you just go ahead and really quickly just like this video for me, please? Because it'll just take a second, and it really helps me out a lot. Because YouTube will see that, and they'll be like, okay, people are engaging with this. I like that. That's good. We're going to show other people. So please go ahead and do that for me if you can really, really quickly. Just like this video. Okay. Spiritual Jada. Do you have a channel? Do you read? Do you do reads by any chance? Spiritual Jada? Because if you do, want to let people know. I think that's my dog you're hearing, because my boyfriend's right here too, but he's not snoring, so it's probably my dog. I always forget about him, because I'm just so used to it at this point. It's funny. But yeah, it's my dog snoring. Got like raccoon eyes, so I'm just trying to change this lighting. Raccoon. Is that a little bit better? Let's see. Good. Better. Okay, a little bit better. Oh, you should consider doing that, Jada. Oh, I love Moonhoney. She's awesome. Yeah, she really is. You guys go check out Moonhoney. It's another tarot reader on YouTube. I think, she does Oracle and different cards too, but she's really awesome. So go check her out. And also check out Aqua Princess Tarot. That's Lovit's. I don't know if you guys know Lovit, but she comes on here all the time. So she has her own channel now too. So go and spread that love. Go check her out. Aqua Princess Tarot. Okay? Go check her out. Along with Moonhoney, if you haven't already. Okay, so what's coming up in love for me? Spiritual Jada. Oh. Okay, I shuffled. Don't worry. It's the same card as for the last person. I definitely shuffled. This was like in the middle right now. It was not like on the top side. It was in the middle, so you too. But this is what's coming up, so non-committal energy. It could be somebody coming in. It could be you. You would know like how you are in relationships, and if you're not usually that way, then it's probably not you, because it's with the Knight of Wands, it's not really about like one time with this person I'm non-committal. No, it's usually like a person who's non-committal. So it's like if you're non-committal like all the time, like you just don't stay with people very long, you don't like to be in long-term relationships, then it's probably talking about you and your energy. If it's not, then it's somebody that you're going to be dealing with. So what's coming up for me in love? What else? Okay, so it could be a person that you meet while working or doing some kind of project, making money, a fundraiser, a charity, volunteering, or some kind of like thing that's making money, but it's not necessarily, and it's a success, but it's not necessarily like a job like that you're working at, although it could be. It's just that, with the Three of Pentacles, it's kind of like exchanging of ideas with the person or with people. So it's a project that you guys are working on together, and you're having to like come together and like this, in this, they're kind of giving the person directions. So it's like, but to explain that in your own life, or for that to be acted out in your own life, it would be more like you exchanging ideas with a person, trying to, give what you know and then give what they know, and it's like, you're working together in that way. So it's a project. You have to kind of like pick each other's minds and kind of work together and, create something or get something done. And, there's money involved, and it's a success, so I wouldn't just say it's like your job and their job. It kind of feels like a project or some kind of like charity, maybe fundraiser or something that's making money, and you're working together. So you could meet this person while doing some kind of project or some kind of thing at work or something that's making money, what I just explained. But this is how you're meeting this person, how you know the person. Or, maybe even because of the Three of Pentacles, maybe it's a friend of someone at work. It's like a mutual friend or something that you're meeting, and you're exchanging ideas, and, there's something about money, there's something about stability. I do feel like money's involved, though, because of the Ten of Pentacles. Could be somebody that you're introduced to by another person that you work with or make money with, or it could be another person that introduces you to this person. Okay. We're gonna have to break this down, because this is this is like somebody who's a bully, somebody who's competitive, somebody who does not lose. Like, they will not lose. They will win every single time, and that's because they're not going to take no for an answer, and they're a bully, straight up. Like, they see how these people in the background are like cowering away, and they're holding these swords like, yeah, I won, yep. They're not ashamed at all. Yeah, it is, yeah, ew, yeah, it is gross. Yeah, definitely, kind of, exactly. But the person's just not a good energy, and so let's see what this is talking about here. I don't know if it's the person, or if it's the friend, or they're getting jealous, or I don't know. So let's see. Hi, Dragon Empress. Gerard. Thanks, you guys, for being here. If you would like a reading still, please let me know. And put a type of zodiac sign in the chat for me so I know what sign. I'm going to ask everybody in a second after I do this reading. So, you know, you have till then to decide. So I'll ask that again in a second so I can get it all down. But just stick around, because if you're not here when I do that next shuffle, then you will miss the reading. So you'll miss the shuffle. So, okay. So what is this Five of Swords doing here? Why is the Five of Swords here? Who's that representative of in this situation? Okay. Doesn't make sense. Okay. Maybe it does. Who is this person, though? Because it's showing that something good's going to happen once you make a decision. But you're going to have two decisions to choose from, or maybe many, but it's just more than one decision, one path, or one, you know, action you can take, and you're going to choose, and that's going to bring you more clarity and more, like, purpose. So right now it could be a bit confusing, you know, about what you're really doing or what you're wanting to do, because this negative-ass energy. So it's somebody from the past that you were happy with. I mean, it was good. Like, things were all good. So you're coming to this point now. You're thinking about, like, how everything was. And everything was really great. And so it's kind of difficult. Because it's not so great anymore, you know? There is so much more to the story, obviously. And I want to ask all those questions, but I don't want to get too sidetracked. So let me just ask what the Wheel of Fortune's here for. Why is this a good thing? Why is this going to be a good thing for them? Okay. Yeah, well, alright. Okay, so it could have been that, okay, if it does have anything to do with money, you could have had an ex that was, like, kind of controlling your money, or maybe they just made you feel like you couldn't take care of yourself, like, eventually you just felt like you kind of needed them, and you didn't want that, you didn't want to have to deal with that, like, that feels bad, and it doesn't feel like you can, like, take care of yourself, so you're closed off from that now, and you're trying to do something new and, like, get away from it, jump for it, go for it, and, like, be on your own, but it's scary, you know, it's something you can't worry about too much, you just kind of have to do it, and you know, at this point, that's just what you have to do. Or at that point, that's just what you had to do. Because, and you knew that a part of you had to, like, die off. You knew that you had to cut off that part of you because that was only going to hold you back and hold you down. So maybe this happened in a different kind of way, but you get what I'm trying to say, like the message of something being limiting. You had to, like, break away from it. You had to kind of, like, do something different. You had to just go and, like, change that for yourself, and then you kind of had to, like, let go of that person that you were. You know, that's also why this is here. Because it's like you thinking about the past and how everything has come to be where you're at now here on this mountain, staring out at everything you've created, all these ships coming in for you. You've created this. You built this. It's taken a long time. It's taken a lot of work. And so you're just in awe, like so proud, and just thinking about how everything has led to this point now. And it's like, it's been a long journey. So, you know, in the past, it was happy at one point, you know? And that's what you're thinking about partly. Like, oh, it was like it was great. Like, what happened? You know, because now it's this. Like, we're not getting along. This person's very ugly. This person is not a good energy around me. It's bringing me down. It's holding me back. But then you had to do what you had to do. You had to cut that off. So that's why the good luck's there, because it's kind of like you're making good decisions. You're making good moves. You know, you're not going back to that. And now you're more self-sufficient. You're more able to take care of yourself, and you're also still there with your heart open, still giving. You know, these are your pentacles, so it's like you're more self-sufficient and able to kind of take care of yourself. You don't need anyone to do that. And also your heart's still open because you're giving, you're tending to this garden around you, and you're giving to this bird. So it's like you're still open to like being a kind and loving person. You're not going to let this affect you or hold you back and down. So wow. You're making changes, or maybe you made changes already. If you haven't, then you will be making changes and you will be very proud of yourself. But if you have already, then this is kind of like an energy. Maybe it's just trying to remind you like, hey, you've come a long way, and maybe sometimes you feel really bad about that. But you shouldn't feel bad about that. You should feel really proud of yourself and really good about that, because you're still that person that's open and giving and loving and kind, when a lot of people become very bitter and just angry and, you know, kind of like this guy. Where are we? Kind of like this guy. Very bitter, angry, resentful, and wanting to control everything and have the best by scaring people and being a bully and basically forcing it. Because life naturally is just not working for them. Because they can't take not, you know, being in control, which you're never in control really, you know, unless you're the creator of your own life. So obviously they're not living that present moment energy. They're like, no, I have to control everything and I have to have what I want, because then I don't feel good if I don't. And you're not that at all. You're like, I can take care of myself, so I'm good. Like, I'm happy with that, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm still going to be loving. I know there's other people that need help, and I can help them, and I can give. You know, you're still giving. So it's kind of like a big slap in the face to that person, I bet, you know. Like, oh, fuck, I didn't ruin them. They're still standing, and they're even happier now. Damn it. That sucks, but it's good for you, you know. Who's more interested in me, Randy or Khalil? Well, let's look at it like this. What's the relationship gonna be like if she gets with Randy? And what would it be like with Khalil? Like, what would it be? What's the energy of this relationship with Randy? Oh, wow. All right. And what about Khalil? Give us Khalil. The relationship with Khalil, what would that be like with her? Spiritual Jada, what would it be like with Khalil? What would the relationship be like with energy of this relationship with Khalil and spiritual Jada? Okay. Okay, so we got a few things here. First of all, for Randy, it's already looking better, because with Khalil, we have, you know, there's healing that needs to be done. You know, there's a lot of nights by yourself, sadness, crying yourself to sleep type thing, or just not able to sleep. Like, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of, you know, intrusive thoughts, and a lot of, like, anxiety, a lot of, you know, fear, like, just things that you don't trust it, you keep worrying about things that may not have happened, but you feel like they're happening. You just worry so much and stress. So it's like, there's a lot of nights you're just up at night and just kind of like not doing well with the energy that you're in this connection with. You know, this is how it would be. You could be thinking that maybe they're cheating, and I say that because, first of all, up at night, crying, stressing, just not able to sleep, they're not there, and you have two threes here. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. So there could be another person involved, and this could also be talking about another person coming in between you and just kind of, you know, breaking this up, and you know, 3 people, so it could be another person, and that could be what you're stressing on. You know, you could be feeling like that constantly, and there could be an earth sign person involved here, there could be money involved here, like maybe there's somebody who makes more money or is like the more stable one. It could be you, you know, it could be that they're getting with somebody, like whoever the cheating or, you know, third person could be a person like that who is more stable. Like this person you're with, they could be the one who's stable too, but if it's not them, it's either you or the third person, right? It's, you know, somebody has a stable income and is very self-sufficient and able to take care of themselves and is kind of like not really much of a social life, like they're very to themselves and they just work a lot. And so if it's not the person, if it's not Khalil, who's the one working a lot and stable and keeping to himself, doesn't have much of a social life, is kind of a very hard worker then and self-sufficient. If it's not him, then I would say it's either you or the person that they're, you know, that you're worried about and that they're possibly involved with. And so if it's not them, then it's like, what would be the reason for that? Because they're a leech, using whoever has more money, whoever can take care of them the best, right? And that could be something that's already happened, you know, if you've given this person a chance before, or if you've seen their track record of people they've been with and they've done that, like they've cheated, or they're known to be a player, or like they're just like not trustworthy, they've done some shady shit, like, and you're already worried about that. I feel like that energy strongly, like that's something you've already worried about, or something that you're worried about already, you know, with that person. But with Randy, it could have been an ex, it could have been somebody that you'd be reuniting with, you know, it'd be somebody that you kind of have been distant from, or that you're distant from now, maybe not communicating with now, or maybe just recently started communicating again. I don't feel like it's a new person, like, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't feel like it's a new person. I feel like this person is like somebody that you'd be reuniting with, like coming together again. And Aquarius, Gemini here, Aquarius, Gemini, doesn't have to mean Aquarius or Gemini, but I'm just letting you know that's what those cards represent as well, if that resonates. But it would be a reunion, like coming back together. So I feel like somebody from your past. And then he said, I don't talk to Randy either. He wanted an open relationship. Okay. Interesting. So this would be somebody that you're reuniting with. So coming back together with. You said Khalil's an Aquarius. So is there a Gemini involved at all? Because if not, I mean, we're talking about lovers here. So maybe that's the two. Interesting. You said Khalil's an Aquarius. Reuniting. Randy is a Leo. Oh god, I'm thinking about all kinds of different things now. I'm getting confused. Okay, let me just use the romance angels to sort this out for me, because I don't want to think too much, then it kind of takes away from the intuitiveness, you know? I have all these thoughts now, I gotta, like, not think about anything. Because now I'm seeing a bunch of different scenarios, and I don't want to confuse you or myself, so let's just take it back to the drawing board and look at this relationship with Randy. It's like there's hope here. I feel like with Randy there's potential, you know, like there's potential, and with Khalil it looks more like you're very, very stressed and worried, and there could be another person, like whoever the stable person is, that's who they're going toward. And I could only imagine what that reason would be for that. You know, the person that only works and takes care of themselves and has money and has, you know, their own back is stable, you know, it doesn't need help at all. And so obviously they can probably help other people if they needed it, because they're dependable. Committed, serious, you know, mature. So here, but with Randy, we're seeing more like this would be a reunion, them coming back around after some time of not being around, reconnecting, and there's potential, love, there's lovers, you know, but sometimes with the lovers, it's not necessarily a Two of Cups, it's not necessarily very committed, serious, and love, it's kind of like lovers, it could be a sexual thing, it could be, it could just be like a, well, I guess, yeah, sexual thing, basically, like, not a very serious, like, marriage type thing, but a lover, you know, a lover, not like the love of my life type thing, you know, but, so let's see what the the romance angels are saying for this. Tell me about Randy for this person, tell me about Randy for spiritual Jada. Tell me about Randy for spiritual Jada, where's this going? Where is this going? Tell me where this is going here. Where is this going for spiritual? And Randy. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So you already kind of knew that was going there, okay? And then it says codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So you already have, whether this be codependency, love addiction, right? whether this be codependency, literally, or it's, you know, a drug, or, you know, gambling, whatever it is. I mean, sugar, I mean, just like workaholic, I mean, addicted to going to the gym too much, like just doesn't pay much attention to you. They're just addicted to something that's affecting your guys' relationship. And so it could be that you guys both have addictions, or it could just be that they do or you do, but I feel like it's them more, because codependency doesn't necessarily mean that you both have addictions. Well, it's different types of, it's basically, you know, it's a different kind of thing though. It's saying like you're with someone who has an addiction. You could have it too though, but a different kind of addiction. They have an addiction to something that's kind of affecting your relationship, and obviously you're addicted to them, or being in love or being in a relationship, not seeing that you don't need them if it's affecting you too much. You're kind of just like needing that, or feeling like you do, like an addiction. So it's very negative. I mean, it's toxic because of that. It's unhealthy because of that. And there's red flags, so it's not like something you wouldn't have seen coming, or not something you don't already know, or not something that you don't like already understand about them. It's something that you'd be choosing to go toward even though you know already that it's all bad. So codependency, and that can mean so many different things, but basically addictions are affecting your romantic life, and so you would know what that means better than I do. But I've given you a few examples. Let's see about Khalil here. Give me Khalil's energy, please, for this connection. What do you want her to know about Khalil? Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Flirt. So it's kind of like a thing that could be fun, but I don't see it working out well just because of the reading we got before. It's like, yeah, he could be a flirt, but he could be a flirt with everyone else too. Like, he could be a flirt. Like, it'd be a flirty thing, but it's kind of like it's not a serious thing that you want to get committed, you know, and involved with just because of his I feel like that's maybe a track record for him. Like, is that something he's known for, as being a flirt? Because that's not really a good thing to, like, you know, it doesn't really, you know, it's kind of like, okay, so you're going to stop being that? Because if we're going to be, you know, like, what is that? How far does that go, you know? How far does that go? Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here, so I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of want to be with Khalil more right now. You're like, well, what's up with that? Because Randy's not really going to work out, but what about him? But I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not necessarily saying that you are going to have a bad relationship. It's just saying you're going to feel stressed a lot and be up kind of like, you know, thinking something's going on. And being alone, too. Like, it's not like they're going to be there. You're going to be alone, stressing on it. So it's like, whatever reason that would be. I mean, I don't think you're crazy. I don't think there's no reason. I mean, I think there's obviously a reason that you're stressing, and maybe something's going on, but maybe it is just you thinking that. But I'm just saying that's the whole thing it was saying, was that you're sitting there stressing a lot. So that doesn't really seem like a happy relationship either. So, you know, even if they're not doing anything, I don't see you being very happy and soothed and trusting of it. You know, it seems like you're more stressed about it all the time, up at night worrying, really just kind of like going through it. So, but yeah, there's chemistry here. There's chemistry, and you're flirting, you know, it feels like very like, you know, like this could, you know, you're happy in it, you think it's fun and exciting, but I don't see anything about like love, commitment, reliability, honesty. I mean, it's like, yeah, anyone can have a connection, you know, but is it worth your time? I guess that's what you have to ask yourself, how far you're willing to go. And, you know, same advice goes is with Randy, you know, pay attention to the red flags if there are any, that you can see, because usually there are. With everybody, there's red flags. It's just we kind of like ignore those, and we shouldn't do that. So try not to do that, either person you go with, okay? You know, because it is up to you. I understand you're going to do what you're going to do, and I'm not going to judge you either way. I'm just here to tell you what I see with that. Okay. Okay, so, well, if you do just want to be friends, then, I mean, yeah, why not? But, yeah, it's definitely a little more than that. You know, there's going to be that flirt in there. But, you know, just be careful with all of that. Yeah, I just muted it for a second because I was talking to someone, but, we're back. We're good. So, I think that was all for the donations, right? Is that right? Nice. Cool. Good to know. No, okay. I'll take that. Okay, so if you guys are here and you haven't gotten a reading yet and you'd like one, just go ahead and in the chat type any zodiac sign that you want to represent you. And yes, okay, perfect. Thank you, and I'll write those down. Got you, Rosanna. Cancer. I need everyone's. Okay, got you, Gerard. Gemini. Lynn, what about you? Dragon Empress. I'm a Virgo too. What's up? Okay, Taurus for Lynn. Okay, got... Okay, anyone else at all? Let's see, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think that's it. If anyone has just joined right now or come on and hasn't given me a sign, go ahead and do that really fast so I can get you on this list. But if we're good, then we're good. Anyone puts another sign, I'll add them right now before I do this. So we have no Sag, we have Gemini, we have Libra, right? Is Blue still here? Blue still here? Because if not, then we don't have Libra. We have Aries, Taurus, we have Scorpio. No, we don't. Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, Cancer. Okay. Leo. Okay. So let's see. So I'm just shuffling like this. Or I'll shuffle like this so you guys can see the signs and I can't. Cancer, Pris. There's only one Cancer, so yeah, Pris. Pris, I think? Yeah, Pris. Pris. Woo! Congratulations! What is your question? I think you're new here as well, so hi. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. Nice. I love doing readings for new people because obviously I want to give you like a chance to know if you even feel the vibe or not, if you want to get a reading or not, so good to go. I knew you were going to pick the Chariot. Well, you're very intuitive then. Cancers are very intuitive. May I have a love read? What's coming my way? Alright. Yes. What is coming your way in love? Let's start that again, since we did not really shuffle. I don't know if that's part of that reading or what. Oh. Okay. Alright. Let me get a different deck, actually. Ugh, this one's boring. I don't like it. It's weird. Energy right now, it's just kind of like seeming like I need to shuffle up or get a better, different energy deck going. Okay, so let's see. This is the Slinky deck. And I say that because it is like a Slinky. Thing is, it's 100% plastic. So, I thought it was going to be like harder, but it's like not. It's like a Slinky, so it kind of flies everywhere from time to time. It likes to do that. Let's see if it'll work with us today. Ooh. So tell us what's coming in love for Taurus. She's a Cancer. We want to know signs, situations, events, highlights, anything occurring soon or coming her way. I love that. What's coming my way? Like we have no choice. Like something. What's gonna hit me like a bus? Like, and I just won't see it coming. What is coming my way in love? I have no idea what's coming. I want to be surprised and shocked and just. I have no idea what's gonna come. What's gonna happen? So funny. Oh, not making fun of you. I just think it's funny, that question. So, we have the Lovers. So I would say either a Gemini or, you know, a love situation or both. Could be both. And a new, could be pregnancy. Okay. Could be pregnancy. Could be pregnancy out of like a one-night stand. Sometimes I look at the Lovers as like, instead of love, it's like a fling, you know? It could mean that in this situation. Let's just see how it plays out. It doesn't have to exactly mean that, but sometimes I look at it that way. Because the Two of Cups, you know, the two with the cups connecting, seeing eye to eye, that's more of like connection, love, true love, deep love. The Lovers could just be like a fling. It could be like a, you know, lust maybe. But it, you know, it doesn't have to be. But that's kind of what I'm feeling for this. Like, especially because the pregnancy thing, it's like a very quick, it's not like you are with this person a long time when this happens. So even if it's not a fling, it's just something that happens very quickly. And also this is something new. I don't think it's somebody you've known or been with before. Maybe you do know them, but you've never been with them in that way, you know, or thought of them in that way. Or this is because the Empress, it doesn't have to be pregnancy. Like, you know, if that's not even possible at all for you, then obviously not. But with this, it's saying the birth of something. So it's something like a new thing, you know, the birth, like the beginning. So this is a new thing for you, the beginning of a situation here involving another person. It could be a Gemini person. And Cancer. So it could be a Cancer person, or this could be talking about you. And if not the signs it's talking about, if it is talking about pregnancy, you know, I have a lot of different scenarios here, so I'm just going to throw them all out there. You know what's, you know, what your life is, so whatever resonates, let me know. You know, when this does happen, or if it has, or whatever, you know, if it applies. But if this isn't Cancer, of course it could be both, but, you know, other than Cancer, we're talking about, like, somebody making a decision or going a certain way, like taking a path. The two Sphinxes here at the bottom, black and white, he has to kind of choose one of those to go with. You know, he can't choose both. He's got to choose one. So if this is pregnancy, obviously you're choosing what you want to do with that. You know, you're going to be making a decision, a life path decision, like which Sphinx am I going to follow? It's going to be two completely different directions, and I have to choose one of them. So that's what you're kind of doing there with the Chariot. You're moving forward, and as you do that, you do have to make that decision in order to, you know, like, go on. I mean, you have to make that decision. You can't go in both directions. You have to choose. So you're going to be doing that, and, you know, could be a lot of indecision or contemplation first, and then you do that. Again, this is happening very quickly, this whole relationship. This is kind of like, it's very fresh. It's something that either happens quick, it's new, it's not like it's been there a while, it's not an energy that you've sat with for a long time. It's very just like, boom, boom. You know, then you have to make this decision here. So, yeah. You'll have the opportunity, like a good, right, like, you know, an opportunity where it feels like it's easier, or it feels good, or it feels, like now's the time. You know, you'll have that moment. But again, you know, aces are opportunities, and so because we are human and we have free will, we can choose. Like, the cards are saying this, but you can choose, you know, to do anything, and that will change things. So, and they can choose, the other person can choose to do anything, and that will change things as well. So, if you have any significant changes happen after this reading, then obviously come and get another reading and see what's changed. But here we do have, you know, this opportunity here is all yours, and so basically the Ace of Wands is talking about taking an action, making a decision, like actually doing something. So it's not about thinking, it's not about like contemplating, it's about actually doing it. And so perfect, because you're gonna have to be doing that. You're gonna have to make a decision. So it's time to make that decision. It's gonna happen quick, but you'll have a time that's right, you know, and you'll probably feel that too. So I mean, if you feel that, go for it, but don't hesitate, because you could miss that opportunity. And I'm just thinking, you know, it's not that you can't ever make that decision after this opportunity is passed, but for me, what it's saying kind of is like, you'll have an opportunity that is more like, you'd want to do it at this time, maybe because it will be easier, less stressful, it's just the time to do it, things will be working out better, like, for whatever reason, you know, there's going to be an opportunity to take that action that will be a lot easier for you. And then there will be an opportunity to still make that decision if you miss that one, but it just won't be as, like, smooth, I guess, for whatever reason. So, opportunities can be missed. But you'll still be able to take that action. It just won't be as, like, easy, I guess. But, yeah, ooh. Yeah, so that makes sense. Completely makes sense. Because the Tower here is like, there's going to be a big transformation for you. You're going to have to make a change. You're going to have to make many changes. Transformation is coming for you, and that's because you didn't make changes. So let me explain that. There's going to be a lot of change in your life right now. Well, not right now, but whenever this happens, like, you're going to have to make that decision, right? And so I'm not sure, like, specifically if it is because of the decision you made that this Tower is coming and now saying, you got to do something different because this is not going to work out. You're not going down the right path, like you chose the wrong direction. Or if this is happening just because it was going to happen anyway because the decision you chose was right, but you still have to make these changes. Like, the Tower is there because you didn't make certain changes. Like, along the way, these little changes we're supposed to be making, like, we know what they are. We know what changes we need to make. We're well aware. No one has to tell us. We know. Sometimes we need a little help, but you know what changes you need to make that you're not making, that you haven't made, that you needed to make for a long time, that you're not trying to make because it's uncomfortable to make change, you know, to make changes. Some people are more comfortable with it than others, but some of us are just like so resistant to change, and that is not good, because then you deprive yourself of like that life path you're supposed to be on. And so Tower comes out and says, I'm gonna put everything down. Like, I'm gonna, you know, a bomb's gonna go off, basically. Like, this building is burning and you have to jump out. Not literally, but your life is going to be difficult if you keep going down the path you've been down, if you don't make the change you need, that you know you've needed to make. Everything, like, nothing's gonna work out. It's kind of like when you get the Tower, it's like you haven't made the changes you need to make. So now you don't have a choice. Things are going to be uncomfortable until you make those changes. Like, things are not going to be possible until you make those changes. Like, you're going to have to make them in order to make shit work. So it won't even be like a choice, and it might be a little bit uncomfortable. So my advice with the Tower is everyone goes through the Tower. It's not like you are just having this life disaster. I mean, it could feel that way, though. The way to go through the Tower, though, is, like, you know, just know straight up, you can't go around it. You can't go over it. You're going to have to go right through it. So you have to face this shit, and you have to make some changes that are uncomfortable, and just know that. So thank you, Libby. Yes, I will definitely go ahead and do your readings after this one, okay? So just sit tight. I'll definitely do you right now after this one, okay? Thank you. Okay, so just know that with the Tower, you know, just don't resist change. Like, just try to let things flow. If things try to happen and occur, changes, you know, let people come and go as they please. Like, whatever. Don't try to put your hand in anything and control it, because it's not gonna work out. I mean, you just gotta let things happen. Don't try to, if you're trying to force something to happen, it's not happening, just stop. If you're trying to resist something from changing, just stop. You know, just go with the flow. Just go with it. Just try to allow things to happen, because they're gonna happen. You can't stop it. If you try to stop it, then it's gonna make things a lot harder and more uncomfortable for you, because it's still going to happen with your resistance. It's just gonna be a lot harder for you. So that's why I say you should just not resist things right now. And know that it's for your highest good. Like, it's trying to put you on the path you're supposed to be on. Like, right now you're just veering off from that path, apparently. So that's why all these changes need to happen. So just go with it. Know it's for the best. Even if it's hard right now, it's gonna be for the best. Like, the sun will come out again. Like, this is, the Tower's trying to help you. You know, really. I mean, you know, it's for your highest good. So just try to go with it. Try to just remember that, you know. It's okay to make changes. In fact, it's needed now for you. So, anything else we need to know here? You're gonna have a big change here. That's good. Good. Yeah. Oh my god. That is awesome. That's good. Basically, it's like saying everything is gonna be alright, and this is how it's supposed to be. Like, justice will be served, things will be how they're supposed to be. Things, it's like karma. But a good thing, you know, like, this is what it's supposed to be, this is what your karma, you know, it's good. It's like, this is meant right now. Like, this is where it's at, this is, you're on the path. So perfect. That's exactly what I was talking about. It's kind of like, in a way, since we're seeing that, to me it's kind of redundant, but it's good because what it's saying kind of is like you'll be able to do that, and it won't be as hard, maybe, it's saying, you know, like, because justice, it's like, we know that you're going to be in the right place, but because it's showing that, I feel like it's just like a reminder, or it's just like a like reassurance that things are going to be good, you know, and you'll be fine. You're on the right path once you make those changes, you know. I feel like maybe you'll not be so resistant to those changes. Maybe because of this reading, who knows, but just try to remember this when everything feels like it's going to shit, okay? Let me turn the light back on real quick. Can you... oh. Never mind, I got it. Well, that's bright, though.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Pause.
Yeah, I think I got it. Okay. So, I like that reading. You're welcome, of course. Of course. Thank you. Okay, Libby. How does Alex feel for me? Okay, how does Alex feel for you? Let's see. How does Alex feel for... Oh! See, this deck is just wants to move around. Okay. What does Alex feel for you, Libby? Ay. Hang on a second. How does Alex feel for Libby? How does Alex feel for Libby? What does he or she feel right now currently for Libby? What does their feelings and emotions? What do they feel for Libby? Wow, okay. Lovers. So there could be a Gemini involved. If not, or both. If not, though, there could be, obviously it's a love situation, or they feel attracted, interested in you romantically, and it could be both, Gemini and that, or it could just be that. And but I would say either way, it's that they feel a connection, or they feel like they're interested and attracted for sure. They see you as somebody, as a potential lover. I did also see the sun. It didn't flip over all the way, but I did notice it, so I do want to add that into this. And just, side note, they feel good around you. They feel radiant. The sun is talking about, like, I'm in the right place, like I'm meant to be right here. The sun is shining on me, and I'm like alive, basically. So I would say that they feel really great around you, happy, something about the past or how they've come so far. I don't know if this is a new person or old person. Maybe you've been through a lot together or something, but they're thinking, they're in a position where they weren't always in this position, and now they've come a long way, basically. So I don't know what that has to do with you. But sorry, my boyfriend keeps unplugging it with his knee. Victor. Vic! Hang on a second, sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. So I don't know what that has to do with you about the past thing, but either way, they're thinking about how far they've come, and there's happiness here. There's like 10 cups. So it's kind of like they feel like they made some right decisions, because where they're at now is like great. 10 of cups is the best you can get for the cups, and cups are emotional, so it feels good. Everybody's happy. It's like a whole family here, that's happy. Doesn't mean you guys have a family or anything. It just means, like, I feel like they definitely see, if you guys aren't already a couple or dating or showing interest for each other, I feel like they definitely see you as a person that they could have a happy relationship with, Like, there's definitely a lot of happiness that they see happening. And that sun there is even, they already feel happy around you, so they're just like, yeah, I think this could be a good thing, So what's the problem? Is there a problem? I feel like I have to ask that. Is there a problem, or is there something standing in the way? Or what is stopping this from being realized? Because you obviously don't know for sure if that's how they feel. Why is that? But you do. You do. And, because the High Priestess here is saying, like, she knows things intuitively without being told directly. So I didn't even have to tell you this right now, but you already know. So it's like, you're just making sure, I guess. You're just, like, reassuring yourself that that is what it is. And maybe that's because you have a little, you know, some insecurities, or I don't know why, but you're questioning it when you already know. I think, you know, but with the High Priestess, it's usually like, what I'm talking about is something that you already intuitively feel yourself. So I would say that you kind of already know this, and you're just like second, or like, you know, double checking. You said 100% right. Well, good. Good. Now you know for sure. Now you know for sure. So, any other, or you had another question as well. What was that question? So funny. You're funny. Like, yeah, but I just want to make really sure, because I don't know. My nose itches. Ugh. Oh gosh, you brought these in? Oh my god. Stop here now. Is he keeping tabs on my social media? Great question. Let's see. I don't do... Sorry, bad time to do that. I don't do yes or no questions, like yes or no. I don't do those, but we can definitely still get the details of this, and I find that, personally, I think yes or no questions are quite limited. Like, it's like yes, no, but why and how, and, you know, what else is there to this? Like, yes or no, but why, like, you know? Yes. Okay, moving on. Like, you're like, well, what? Like, what else? To me, I think it's better if we look at, like, the energies and the details in the situation, then we kind of come to our own conclusion about what that could mean, if it's a yes or no. So, we get more information this way, I think. Is he keeping tabs on my social media? Also, if we get the Page of Swords, then that's a yes, for sure, but... Is he keeping tabs on my social media? What do we need to know about him? Trying to get information about her, trying to know about her, talk to other people about her, look on the internet and look at her page, and what is he trying to tell us what he's doing in regards to her, action-wise? Huh. He's trying to hide how he feels because he does want something stable and committed. I think he's kind of like almost, like, I don't know if it's that he's shy or if he's unsure because he's never really been in a committed relationship, or if it's like he's unsure because he's been screwed over, so he doesn't know how to trust, either because he's been screwed over or just because he doesn't know how to trust at all for some other reason. He doesn't trust people, or he doesn't know if he can't trust you yet, or he's shy about, like, he wants a serious, reliable person who's responsible. But I think, you know, it's kind of good because, well, it's very good because he's hit the jackpot here with you, because I feel like you're more self-sufficient, like, you are that person. Like, you're not, first of all, you're self-sufficient, you can take care of yourself, but you're also willing to extend a hand. You know, has all her pentacles here, so she can take care of herself, but she's also tending to this garden around her, and this bird here she's, you know, feeding or taking care of, so you're like this, you know, ideal woman, right? You have your own shit together, you don't need anything or anyone, you can take care of yourself and handle your shit, and then you're also, like, giving, loving, supportive, and you're not, like, stingy and stuck up and selfish. So yeah, I mean, that's why the Wheel of Fortune's here, because it's like, yeah, I think he has nothing to really worry about. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little bit, like, not very open emotionally, or he's not, like, giving you a lot of information or telling you things, like, he's kind of, like, hiding things from you. Like, maybe it's not anything bad, but I mean, it just seems like he's not very, like, straightforward, like, look, I like you, let's date, let's see where it goes. Like, he's kind of, like, more, like, tiptoeing around it, maybe asking people around you, because I forgot to show you, oh, here it is. I got the Three of Cups for the first one. So you're asking about, like, is he spying on your social media? I would say more it's like he has mutual friends of yours, or he's like, and maybe talking to them about it, or maybe like trying to schedule or like get together something for you guys to all go to together, so then he can like be there with you without having to like ask you out directly, because like again, he could be shy, or maybe just doesn't know, very inexperienced, or doesn't know how to like, you know, shy, I guess, doesn't really know how to like just like ask you out, you know. It's like kind of like he's not being direct really. Maybe that's also why you're asking how he feels, because he's not being direct. So you're kind of like, where does he like me? Is he gonna ask me out? Why hasn't he asked me out? Like, when does he? Maybe he doesn't, you know. So maybe he's trying to get something together to where you guys can go with mutual friends together, and you know, you can kind of get to know you more there, that way. For whatever reason, you know, he's just kind of like not direct, I guess, you know. So he could seem like maybe he's hiding some things. I don't really think it's necessarily like he's a liar or hiding things necessarily like that, but yeah, just seems kind of very, just not very direct and not very straightforward. So that could be kind of tricky, but for the most part, it doesn't seem like a bad thing, except that it's a little annoying, but you know, may take some time to get this thing going. Like, hello, like, what are you thinking and feeling? Because you're not saying, you know, like, you're not telling me. I have no fucking idea. Like, you know. So, I mean, it's possible he's keeping tabs on your social media, but more so, I think he's, like, it kind of looks more like talking with mutual friends about you, maybe on social media, but, I mean, it's possible, I mean, of course, but what it's showing is, like, a gathering of 3. Could be more than 3, but, I mean, it's just friends together, like a gathering, like a good time, you know, drinks, maybe not drinks, but just a gathering. You know, in that card, it's kind of showing, like, drinks, but it's really an energy of, like, good friends together enjoying the time, so maybe trying to get, like, a double date going or something. It's more so, like, with mutual friends or talking with people, you know, so. Okay. So thank you, Libby. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad I got to read for you. Glad you guys are here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here and joining. But right now, I think I'm going to sign off here. Been on here for a few hours, so thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go on a little bit later, so catch me then. Probably, what time is it right now? About 6 hours from now. What time will it be for you guys? What time is it for you guys right now? Just curious. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I just saw the PayPal thing come up, so let me check this really quick. Let me see what we got going. Let's see. Okay. I have 437. Oh, you did not choose send to a friend, I see. Yeah, next time just send it to a friend, because it'll charge me to do your reading. It'll you know, charge me a fee to do it, or for you to send it like to a business or whatever the other option is. So just send it to a friend next time. Heather, please. Please, if you could do that, thank you. Okay, thank you. But this time I'll you know, we'll do it. But I did only get one reading here, so I didn't get what you're saying. I just got the 4 or the 5. So I don't know why it's not showing up yet. Maybe it's... No, I don't see it on here either. Sometimes it'll take a second to come in, but for now, let's do your first reading. Okay. Okay, thank you. So let's just let me know what your first question is, and we'll go for that one and then see what happens after that, okay? So thank you, Heather. Let me know what your first question is, and we'll get started on that right away. Yeah. Okay. Heather, what is Heather's first question here? Let's connect with Heather, please. Let's connect with Heather. Let's connect with Heather. Ooh, Heather. Okay. You have interesting start. Let me know what your question is. Heather. Still with me? Just waiting on you. Okay. Okay. Make sure you send that second one through a friend, though. Okay. I did just get the other one. Okay. So first question. Oh yeah, just post your questions. Maybe just post all three right now so I can get them down, and then I'll just go through and do those. Does that sound good? I think that'd be easier for me to not have to go like, okay, what was the, just be like, all right, let's do this. So let's do this. I would love to know about the energy that's coming towards me. He is a Libra. Okay, cool. I'm a Leo. We seem to be extremely contented, but I'm currently in a relationship with another Libra. Okay. Okay, so let's see. You said you're a Leo. Okay, so Libra, Leo. And so this person is coming towards you. Yeah, no, I definitely got yours. So, yeah, that happens sometimes, you know. I don't know why, but it does. I've had it happen many times. So no biggie. Just let me know the other questions, and I'll get those down, and then we'll get started with all of them, and I'll just go like straight through. Is that fine? Because I think that'd be like a lot more smooth, and I wouldn't have to like stop, and you know we could just do them all back to back. Yeah, no, that happens. I got all three of them though, since we last, you know, there's no problem anymore. I got them. No, what I'm saying is like the questions that you actually have, you're set because you paid for 3. So no, I saw your first question. You only wrote one of them, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you paid for 3. So if you have 3 questions, then go ahead and let me know what those are so that I can like just answer them all straight through. But if you just have one, I mean, I can look really in depth to your situation, but I want you to get your money's worth. So you paid for 3. So you're so funny. So I'm gonna keep trying to talk so in case there's a delay. No, I got your donations. I did, and thank you. Thank you for those. The next question is what are the feelings of the person that I'm in a relationship with, because he seems to be really distant. Okay. Okay, well, I'll just start the first, or if you want to give me the last one, let's, you know, so I can have them all, then please send that, because it'll just be easier for me to do it this way. Unless there's, like, information you don't really want me to have yet to influence the reading, then, okay. Alright, so let's just start with the first one, though. And, you know, you can let me know what the third one is, or we can wait. But, I feel like there's a reason you don't want me to know the third one. I could be wrong, but let's just get started. New Libra energy, so this new person coming in for you. exciting. But what's going to happen here? Let's see. Let's see. The third question. Okay, I'll get that down right now. So, what is this new Libra coming in? Ooh! What's their energy towards you and what are their feelings for you? What's the energy for you, for them, from them? What do we need to know about this new Libra person? Like, do you want to know the energy from them, like, what they're wanting or what they're feeling? Or you want to know, like, what this kind of person is like who, the energy of them? And if you should even, like, go there. First of all, give me the energy of this person, this new Libra. What does she need to know about this person? What does she need to know about this new Libra? What do you want her to know first and foremost? Well, yeah, this is the first thing they want you to know. So, hang on a second. I have to get a little bit more information. I don't want to lead us in the wrong direction. Just one second. What is the Five of Swords here for? So this person kind of comes off as this, which Five of Swords is really not a great energy to get, and especially trying to be with the person in a relationship. It's like they're going to win at all costs, they want things a certain way, they're controlling, they're demanding, they're like a bully, like they're going to win. And when you're in a relationship, it's not really like a healthy one, you know, it's not really about that winning, you know, it's about like mutual, like we're going to like compromise and work together, and like this is like about us, not just about me. And so this person is like kind of like, people are cowering away, he's satisfied with that, you know, he wants to win, he wants to be the boss, he wants respect or fear, doesn't matter which one, I just, you know, I'm important and you will know this and you will treat me this way like I am. And also, I just like to watch you be miserable, like I might even just make you feel miserable just because I can, and like I enjoy that, like it's like a bully, like a straight, it's a very toxic and ugly energy, and obviously you may not see that at first in the person. And so I'm asking, like, why is this here? Because what we have after that is, you know, somebody responsible or taking responsibility, or someone wanting someone else to take responsibility. You see her hand out there. She's demanding responsibility. Someone own up, take accountability. Like, what is your role in this? Like, asking for the person to take responsibility. And then we have the Ten of Cups. So to me, it was confusing. I had to break it down because what is that guy having to do with responsibility and happiness? Is it saying, you know, he's taking responsibility for his, like, toxic personality, and then okay, so I was wondering, you know, is it like they're changing because they've realized they're taking responsibility and now they want happiness in their life, they know the only way they can do that is by not being this horrible person? Or are they putting it on you, like you're responsible for their happiness, like they are, which to me seems more likely just because of this guy, you know, he's not really one to like understand that what he's doing is toxic. He doesn't care, you know, he's satisfied with people cowering away, like he's like, whatever, I'm on top, yeah, that's right, you know, he's not a person to be in a relationship with just because it's very negative and he's going to win at all costs. I mean, it's about competition, but it's not even competition. You see, it's not about like we're going to compete right now. It's like, no, I'm going to win and you will obey that. Like I'm, you know, you will see me as important. Like you will either fear me or you will respect me. And so if I have to make you respect me, which means fear me, then that's what's going to happen because I will be, you know, so you don't really have a choice in the matter, and it's not cute. You know what I mean? So, And so then, you know, the Hermit comes out. I'm like, okay, well, maybe they've had time to think about it. Is this like, you know, them being alone, having alone time, like having self-reflection? It's supposed to be, but here, more so, I just feel like they're kind of closed off from people. You know, they're kind of like in their own little world, and they don't listen to other people. They don't listen to themselves. They need to do that, but they don't. Like, they're pushing a lot of people away with what they do, with their actions, their behavior, and their personality, and the way they are. And so I'm like, well, what are they fucking contemplating? Like, what is there to contemplate? And that's the King of Cups. And so that makes sense, though, because we're talking about, like, a person who you're considering being with. And so maybe when they look at you, they're considering, like, what this is they're weighing their options. You know, one is just as important almost as the other, but he doesn't know which one to choose, because you're probably going to have to sacrifice one for the other, right? So whatever these two things are, being single, being in a serious relationship, giving up my independence to be in a committed relationship, you know, or just, like, not having enough time to, or, like, having time to myself, having unlimited time to myself, being single, or having to, like, you know, like, give of myself and, like, you know, fulfill needs and expectations of another, you know. It's weighing his options, and he's kind of a, you know, selfish. It's a selfish energy, being the Five of Swords, because you're thinking of, you know, how you can win and be best and trample over people and be, like, it's not about compromise and love and relate. So, you know, he's weighing his options, though, about being this sensitive, supportive person. So I feel like he's kind of, like, in a confusing state himself, because he's not really used to having to do that, or he just doesn't do it, you know. Oh, you're just seeing this now. Okay, I see what you mean by delay. Yeah, no, I got it. You're all caught up. That was it. Yeah, there is a bit of delay, but I don't know why, but it's all good. So, it's all good. Thank you for clarifying, though. So yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, you asked, should you even waste your time? Like, it looks like a waste of time to me, because, I mean, I don't know if this person's going to be able to change. Like, do people ever really change? Especially people like that. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if you don't really get that vibe from them at first. Like, they could be kind of, like, rude, or, like, you catch sometimes that they say things that are just, like, that's very mean, or, like, that's very, like, unnecessary to say that to somebody. Like, they're just kind of like a bully. They pick on people, and enjoy it, you know? It's kind of, like, sick. So, but at first you may not see that side of them, because I feel like this person's probably good at hiding that at first. And if they're not, then shit, you already know, and that's kind of like a relief, because you already know. But if they hide it, it's kind of worse, because you're like, are you sure? And then you see it later, and it's like you're already attached, so that's dangerous. But, yeah, since you're already asking that, it's not really my place to just tell you, yeah, it's really not worth your time. I mean, I would say that, if that's what I was kind of, like, seeing already, but, I mean, since you're asking, yeah, I don't think it is. I mean, we could work on this relationship that you're already in, maybe, see where that's going. Let's see about that person, what they're feeling, because you said they're being distant. So the energy coming towards you is a person who's really not a nice person, but they're kind of in a weird state of mind because of you. Like, they're kind of contemplating whether or not they want to be with you or not, but they're not used to doing that. So I don't even know if they could do that. It might be something that's, I don't even know if they're capable of actually giving you what you would are needing in a relationship. You know, talking about support and like compromise and stuff. Like, I mean, I think they're kind of like trying to see themselves there and deciding whether or not they want to really do that. I don't even know if they're capable, though, if they really are that, like, horrible person, you know? They may just be incapable, even if they try. But, I mean, you never know. I don't know. I'm not them. But, you know, just seeing the person they are now, what's coming towards you, though, is like that. They're still contemplating on, should I even try to be serious with this person? Like, so obviously you've got their attention. They're kind of considering, like, changing and being a good person. But let's see. I don't even know if that's possible, though, you know? They'd have to first admit to themselves that it's them that needs to change, but it kind of seems like they're going to be saying it's you who's the problem, you know, which is kind of just not going to, you know, it's not true. And it's not going to work, you know, unless you want to be miserable, so. you know. What about the person you're with now? What are they feeling for you in the whole situation that you're in together? Are they, like, well, what are they feeling currently for you? What's on their mind about you? What comes to mind when they think of you? Like, why do they, oh. So what is the situation with them? What are they feeling about the connection you guys are in? Wow, okay. So this could be the case of, like, you're going to be leaving someone who you feel like is toxic for you, and you're getting with somebody who is just as toxic or worse. But it may not seem like that at first. Ooh, those are the worst. When it's, like, totally seems like a way better person, and it's not. Like, oh, tricked. But the reason I thought that before, that the person doesn't seem like that now, is because, like, how you're interested in them. Because it's like, you wouldn't be interested in somebody who's obviously a dick. You know, you'd be interested in somebody who's acting like they're not, right? Or, like, you know, there'd be no reason to be interested in somebody who's really a mean asshole, you know, person. But obviously it probably doesn't seem like that at first, you know? But the person you're currently with, this is 10 of Swords, so, you know, either they think it's over, or they think that you're shady and fucking them over. Like, they think that you're not trustworthy. Like, you've already done something to betray their trust, or that you will, or, you know, even if you haven't, it's like the 10 of Swords is basically somebody being stabbed in the back 10 times, pretty brutal, and they didn't see it coming. Like, so they trusted the person, or they just didn't even know it was coming at all, had no clue. But stabbed in the back 10 times, it seems personal, right? I don't think it's random. So, you know, in the card, the person probably knew the person and trusted them, didn't think that they were going to do that, you know, but didn't have time to defend themselves either. So it's like unexpected, you don't see it coming. It's very much betrayal, and it's very much like completely fucked over, kind of unexpected betrayal. So you may not see it coming, or that's how they're feeling. Like, they don't see, like, they just don't, you're not trustworthy, or you wouldn't have their back, or you wouldn't be there for them, or you'd be, maybe they feel the vibe of you like that person and you're ready to leave or something, or they feel like you're dead, like they feel like they're dead to you, or you're dead to them, like it's just over, it's just done, it's dead, you know. So let's see what else. Give us more information on this 10 of Swords. But they do kind of feel like they are stuck in the situation. Like, they do have an attachment to you somewhat, I mean, obviously. So, but the thing is, like, it's all in their mind. Like, obviously, the 8 of Swords is, swords are all about mental energy. So it's not literally like they're tied up. It's not wands. It's not actually happening. It's not actions happening, you know, in the physical world. It's like in their mind, because it's swords. So in their mind, their thoughts are that they are kind of trapped or stuck, or like they don't really have, their hands are tied. They don't really have a choice, right? Because they have this, you know, relationship, and they feel connected, obviously, somewhat. But see their ankles down at the bottom. They're free completely. So literally, yeah, they've got this blindfold on, their hands are tied, so they really feel like they're stuck. But the swords around them are just sticking up. I mean, or they're just sticking in the sand. They're not going to, like, stop them from doing anything. So because their ankles are untied, basically it's saying they can walk away at any time, literally. They just don't know that. They don't think that. And so they're stuck, but they're not really stuck. They just think they're stuck. And so, I mean, they just have to realize they're not, I guess. I mean, they pretty much think there's no point in this, but they can't move on yet. They don't feel like they can yet. But yeah, nevertheless, I mean, you know, they feel like it's done. They feel like it's done, or a change needs to happen, but I don't really know if, you know, what change that would need to be. I don't think they trust you, or they're just done. And they feel like it's done and dead, and it's only a matter of time. Yeah, they don't know how to move forward. They don't know what action to take. They're just kind of waiting on you, like balls in your court. We're just going to see where this goes. I don't really know what, I'm not going to take any, like, action, really. I'm just, like, because I don't really know how or what to do, because, again, I feel stuck, right? So they're feeling, like, you know, it's connection. They feel, like, a little attached, obviously, So it's like they don't really know how to just like end it. They probably don't want to really, you know, but then at the same time they don't really see it, they think it's kind of fucked. And it's kind of like, this is it, you know, but I don't know how to say that or do that. And unless a big change happens to where I feel different, then I think that's what it's going to be, and it's just going to die off. Unless a drastic change happens to where I can feel like I don't need to do that, you know? But right now they're not taking any action. They're kind of just waiting on you, or waiting on more information first. It could be too. Like they're waiting to get more information, to prove, to give them the information that they need to know what to do, to how to take action. Because right now, you know, they want to be enlightened, they want to understand, so they're open to understand, they're open to hearing what, you know, they're open to learning, or, you know, understanding more before taking action. They're not just going to take action. So maybe that's why, and you said I haven't done anything yet, maybe that's why, because they're just kind of like, they don't know for sure if you've done anything, or they don't know for sure if you will, but they kind of feel that vibe that maybe you will, and maybe they just feel like there's nothing they could do to change that, or so they're just kind of waiting on if there's going to be more that goes down, and maybe that will be the reason that they have to actually make that decision or take that action. But for now, they don't have enough to convince them that it's what they need to do right now. So if you do it, maybe they'd not resist, or maybe they would, or maybe they wouldn't put up too much of a fight. Not sure exactly what they would do in that situation, but I'm just saying they're not going to take that action yet until they have more reason to do so. So they're just kind of like they're not really taking action, but they're not really feeling like good about it, you know, or like seeing much potential or hope in it. And that could be why they're distant, obviously. So let's see, you said the third question is the man Libra 2, who I have a huge connection with, supposed to be some kind of lesson, or does he have bad intentions for me? I really don't. Right, and so he could just, I mean, for some reason he's feeling like, you know, you're either not trustworthy, or he's feeling, maybe he already felt like it was dead. I mean, I don't know, but it's like, here, let me just show you kind of like what I got here, so you can understand like how it's coming out for me, why I'm saying what I'm saying. So we have the Ten of Swords, the Lovers, and the Trapped, you know. So they feel like it's pretty much done and over with, or you've already fucked them over, you're going to, you're not trustworthy, or they can't trust you, or maybe just that it's done, like they need to they need to have a different self, like they need to just kind of like leave it alone and let that part of them die, and then kind of like create a new self and have a different, you know, just like without you. Like it's like the Ten of Swords is like, you know, you say that they don't know the person, which, I mean, I believe you. It's just, it's not so like that. It could just be that they feel like something, or you're not interested as much, or you have interest somewhere else. They could be very intuitive and just feel like something's off and that they can't trust it, or they just feel like you've been done, so it would only make sense that you would kind of like want to, you know, pay attention to other things or other people or whatever, you know. They could be just feeling that. And then, you know, Death and the Hanged Man, it's like, again, Ten of Swords and Death is like, usually someone's getting fucked over or betrayed unexpectedly, and then it's going to be done, or there's going to be a drastic change, but for now they're not making a decision because nothing is enough proof, or maybe because of the child too. They're kind of like, well, it's just better like this right now, but really, like, I feel like something is, either it's done, or I just feel like something's going on where I'm going to be really fucked over, but I don't have enough information to tell me that this is like what I need to do right now, like, and make this big change right now, you know. But they're not really making they're not really taking any action to make it better, and they don't want to take action to make it worse right now unless they feel like they have a reason to not have you in their life because of something that's going on, or something that happened, or something that they feel like they don't need to allow, or whatever it is. Maybe they just feel like your attention's elsewhere, you know, even though you feel like they're being distant. So they could be picking up on this vibe, because, you know, They obviously know you, right? Pretty well. I actually feel like you guys could have a turnaround and make it work because, like, I mean, obviously we have free will, so if you're, like, willing to do that, then that's a possibility, because this is about, you know, marriage usually, but we're talking about, like, commitment, something stable and, like, committed and, kind of, like, accepted in the community even. So, like, if people are expecting you guys to be together because you have a child or whatever the case is, I mean, that's just one example. But it could be kind of, like, that kind of a energy. It could be just commitment or something, like, it could be marriage, getting married or something, or just being committed. And working together, you know, the give and the take, and kind of, like, picking up where the other, you know, lacks or, like, leaves off. You know, just kind of, like, working together and trying to balance it out and, you know, collaborate and have things go smooth. Like, that's, you know, what it should be like. Maybe that's what is expected of, you know, them in society. Maybe that's where that comes in. You know, what's expected, what's accepted, because we're together and we have a kid. So, like, maybe this is, like, what we're supposed to, you know, what people expect of us, society, our community or our families or whatever, people, you know, acceptance from others could be an important role in this. But so, like, even if you're not together, like, we're supposed to just, like, kind of help each other out because of the child, and just, you know, it could be something to that degree, but to that effect. But really, I feel like it's more than just acceptance, just because the Ace of Cups. So it's kind of saying that there's still love and potential, you know, and there's an overflowing cup. So it's kind of like there's so much emotion and, like, love and care. So I feel like, I doubt it's really just about how other people think. You guys could actually be maybe even getting closer, maybe getting, you know, considering marriage, or considering a higher level of commitment, like considering, like, let's actually work together instead of apart, you know, instead of being so distant. Like, maybe we should actually work together and try to make this work. That's a really good thing to get, the Ace of Cups. I feel like that could actually kind of turn around. Maybe you guys need to have a talk, you know, about things and out what you're both expecting and what you both are feeling, and, you know, maybe even tell them about the person and just say, but, you know, I think it'd be better if we work on what we have, you know, like, I want to make this work and blah, blah, blah. Whatever you need to say, or whatever you feel like doing. But I think it could actually be better between you two, you know, the person you're with now. I think you could actually probably improve that situation. It could be a lot better if you're interested in doing that. But let's see if this person has bad intentions with you, or what's up with that. Is it karmic? You know, you may not even give this a second. You may not even do this, you know? So maybe you won't ever know. You know, but let's see what is the purpose of this person in your life currently? What do we need to know about the purpose? What are you supposed to be learning or knowing from this? Okay. Wow. 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 There's a lot of, like, weird ups and downs. But, and I'm talking about your current, but with this new person, it's like, I feel like you're gonna have a lot of regrets, because you look back, the energy is you're looking back, like, what's the purpose? When you look back to everything after it's all said and done and over with, and everything is cleared, and you're kind of like, it's silent, and you're just there with yourself thinking about what's happened and how you've come to this place here where everything's calm now after the chaos. You're thinking back to the happiness you once had with your family, right? And since you have a family, I feel like this is saying that, because sometimes it's just happiness with the, group of people you're involved with, but since you do have a family, a child, I would say that that's, them, the happiness and the, serenity and things working and things being positive and, people coming together, and it's just a good, happy, thing to be, I'm not saying this because I'm like, like you trying to get you to like stay with the person you're with. You shouldn't be with another person. I mean, yeah, that's true, but I'm not trying to gear it towards that. This is just what's coming out. So, like, I'm not trying to be like, you should do the right thing. I mean, you should, obviously. Duh. We all know this. But I'm just saying I'm not trying to make it like that. This is just what's coming out. And it's funny because after this, you get this. So isn't that what that other Libra represented first? So you're looking back and you're going, yeah, it was really kind of like nice and everything. Yeah, right now he's distant, but I mean, for the most part, like we at one point were very connected, happy family, and then this guy comes in and you're like, oh yeah, and that happened. It's kind of like, bing, like, oh, like the memories, it's just like in order. It's like, oh God, why did that even have to occur? Like that's where everything got all fucked up. Kind of energy, like, it's kind of like, oh yeah, that happened. Like that wasn't good. And you're, after that, we see like this whole fear thing. Like you're looking over your shoulder, you're alert all the time, hypervigilant. It's exhausting to be hypervigilant. Just like always thinking something bad's gonna happen, like waiting, not even thinking like it will, like maybe, what if, no, you're like, it's going to, and I need to be ready for when it does, like he's been hurt in the past, the bandage here on his head, so he's on guard like all the time. He knows it's gonna happen, he just doesn't know when, so he's like waiting and watching always. What was that, who's that, what are they, just, it's exhausting and it's stressful, so and then because this whole thing was kind of like, I feel like the person, if you do entertain it, the other Libra, it's like this whole thing that, like I said in the beginning, they don't seem like they are that way. And so it could be somewhat of a like fantasy-like thing where you're hoping for a lot of different things. You see in these cups here, he's kind of like, because there's good things, jewels, and, whatever's under that little blanket, and there's like that there's like, beautiful, like valuable, gorgeous, the diamond. I mean, there's beautiful things here in these cups, but then there's also the snake, Medusa, the dragon. I mean, there's the, it's, there's bad and good in the situation, but really it's, all of these things are kind of unrealistic as they are. Good or bad. They're all kind of like dramatic and unrealistic, right? So this guy's a little confused, he's like bewildered. He's like, oh my goodness, like, what is this? But the point of the card is saying, like, what you're seeing is not, it's just kind of like fantasy. It's kind of like not real. So whatever this person's giving you in this situation, like trying to show you or present themselves as, or it's all not even realistic. Like it's like they're trying to make you think it's a certain way, It's like you're living in your own world because it's not even really what's happening, but they're convincing you that that's what it is. So whether you think it's good or bad, it's still a fiction of your imagination, basically. So it's really not even real what's happening with that person. Like the person, they're trying to create a story in your mind for you to hope for, chase after, believe in, I guess, so it's really just saying it's, you're thinking it's something that it isn't, and eventually that will come to your realization, and it won't be fun, it's gonna suck, because you're like, oh, this was all a lie, basically, or like, it was all, like, not realistic, it wasn't really what it was, and you're gonna think, like, damn, I made some fucked up choices, thinking, acting without thinking, acting too quickly, acting impulsively, acting immaturely, not giving it time, doing it too quick, the Page of Wands, taking action, but too soon, so, like, you kind of just jumped in, you didn't give it thought, you didn't give it time, you kind of just went for it, and now you're regretting it, I think this whole thing probably, again, I'm not saying this because I'm old school or thinking like, oh, you're supposed to do the right thing. Yeah, whatever, we all know that. The cards, I feel like, are trying to say that no, to answer your question, it's kind of saying like, maybe the person's in your life to show you what you have, or that you can make it work with what you already have with the person you're with. You know, like you can actually have something better. Like you think this person might look better because maybe the person you're with is being distant, and you're thinking this person seems a lot like, you know, maybe more attractive, exciting, fun, nice, new. New's always fun and exciting, right? But you may be looking back later on because of the shitstorm that happens and thinking, wow, like I had something so great and I could have just tried harder to make it great again, you know, or, you know, back to that point, or even better, you know, like what changes can you make to contribute to the situation and make it better? If you guys need to have a talk, then have that talk, you know, like don't be shy. Tell the person, look, I am interested in somebody else, but I kind of want to, I don't want that. I want to make it work. I'm just kind of like, you're distant and I need you to be there more, or like whatever you need to say, you know. Maybe you don't have to mention the other person. If you don't go there, then it never happens and it doesn't happen and whatever. Maybe do what you're going to do. I'm just saying, like, maybe that would be a good thing to bring into the situation and say, like, this is where I'm at and I need to know where you're at because I don't know where you're at and I'm confused about that, but I do know at one point we had a really great relationship, so I'm willing to, like, do some shit to make that work, you know, like, I think we can do that, and I think that, you know, so you're going to do what you're going to do, but I do think that other person probably would be a waste of time, just because it looks like you're going to have a lot of regrets and fucking, they're not a very good person, so I just think it's kind of like an illusion, and maybe you're just wanting something a little different. Maybe the person's boring you or being distant, and you're just kind of like, maybe this new person would be a lot better, but I don't think that's true. I really don't. Like, with what the cards are saying, it seems like that would be a horrible decision on your part, and you would regret it. But, again, I understand you have free will, so you can do whatever you want to do. It's your life. But since you're asking, yeah, I don't think so. Even if you don't stay with the person you're with now, I wouldn't go in that direction, because you're going to probably have some regrets there. You know, I don't think that they're really a great person to be with. You know what I mean? So, just with what we've seen here today, I would say don't do it. Do not do it. And try to, you know, see if you can't re-spark what you have already going, you know. I think that'd be a better option for you. And you can actually really make that work, because that Ace of Cups there is like so much love still waiting to be had. Like, you haven't seen it all, you know. Feels like it's done, but it doesn't have to be. You know, it's the Ten of Cups there was like you, your child, and, you know, you both and your child, like, happy. So, I mean, if that's what you have waiting, then that's something that I feel like is definitely worth, you know, fighting for. So, you know. So, with that being said, thank you for your donations. I really do appreciate that. I hope you said you got clarity, so you're welcome. Good luck to you and everybody else. Have a good one. Catch me later on here tonight, or today actually, about 6 hours from now. It's 7:18, so I'm gonna come back around noon. So whatever time that is for you, it's in about 5 hours. So be here if you want a question, or if you want a reading. As you can see, I'm very tired. So come back around that time and we'll see what we can do for you guys, okay? Thanks for being here. Please like this video if you haven't already. Please go ahead and like it. Just takes a second and I would really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later, okay?